MaxSpeedTV would like to thank our partners here at MaxSpeedTV, starting with the Colby Eye Paints. If you're in the market for a new paint job for your car, check out Colby's Eye Paints on Facebook. Need a replica paint of your real-life car? Colby's Eye Paints has you covered. Check out Colby Eye Paints on Facebook. Also by Hershey Design. Hershey Design Company is your one-stop graphics shop. If you're in need of an iRacing paint, league, team, or business logo, or want the logo on some sweet swag, hit up Orion at the Hershey Design Company. You can find them on Facebook by searching HERSHY Design Company. Also by the Sim Speed Shop, simspeedshop.com. You can check them out for all your iRacing sim needs. Ohio IndyCar League jumping on board this season with as an official sponsor of MaxSpeedTV. They are also accepting not just patrons from Ohio, but from all over. Also iBog for all your iRacing broadcast overlay graphics done specifically by Jason Allison, one of the masters at it. So thank you to Jason. And also, last but not least, Wise Guys. You can check them out at Reverb Nation. That is spelt with a Z. So check them out on Reverb Nation. We would like to thank all of the sponsors at MaxSpeedTV and partners.
iRacing.com is a sim racing game that combines a true-to-life racing experience with an online community of virtual racers from all over the globe. iRacing offers a multitude of officially licensed cars and tracks, laser scanned with millimeter accuracy. Their car models and mechanical systems are based on real-world physics and engineered in cooperation with manufacturers and race teams. iRacing's web-based interface allows members to compare stats and test drive any combination of car and track instantly. Their skill license system ranges from rookie to pro, ensuring members are always pitted against those with similar skill sets. Members are able to sign up for a weekly race series, compete in time trials, host a private race with friends, and participate in racing leagues created and run by the community. With over 60,000 members, iRacing works in partnership with renowned motorsport organizations like SRO Motorsports Group to deliver virtual races based on the real-life Blancpain GT series. iRacing's Blancpain Endurance Series features team racing, giving members the ability to build a team and participate in races ranging from 3 hours to 24 hours. Additional partners include NASCAR, IMSA, V8 Supercars, IndyCar, allowing members to race in their very own 24 hours of Spa, Bathurst 1000, Daytona 500, and many more. iRacing.com, delivering the most authentic racing experience short of getting into a real race car.
Welcome, race fans! Back this week after a couple of weeks off here at Talladega tonight with the Laura guys here with the Xfinity Series. And sure to be a good race here tonight, because the points, they're creeping up on us here, because we only got a couple of races left in the regular season before they start the playoffs. So let's run down through the points here real quick. Charles Grant Jr. is still our points leader here with 345 points. He is 38 points behind, or ahead of second place Daniel Falkingham. Daniel at 38 points back. Daniel Smallwood closing in on him, 40 points behind. Zach Lindgren in fourth, 52 points back. Cody Miller in fifth, 93 points back. Big jump back there in the points. Elijah Grassi is sixth with 100 points back. Joseph Lombard seventh. Sean Williams eighth. Aaron Smith ninth. And Hunter Johnson in 10th, 110 points back. Taylor?
And 11th is Brett Bunkari, 112 points back of the leader, and 12th, and the man who's on the bubble right now, Max Neuwirth, 114 back, but only 5 points ahead of Noah Lewis, Luke LaFaro, Lucas Graham, Taylor Fry, Jared Darling, Seth Noel, John Berry, and Alec Davin rounding out the top 20. That's the main thing we're going to be watching. It's really tight around that 12th and final spot to get into the playoffs, and a lot of these guys know they've got a good chance here tonight.
Yeah, this is kind of it's a night where just about anybody can win here, so we may see a surprise winner. We may see somebody maybe take a big leap up in the points. So that is your top 20 in points right there. So all right, well, we were just watching practice here, and Joseph Lombard, fastest in practice, they're taking the top spot. So now the guys are playing around a little bit here. We got about 2.5 minutes left in practice before we go qualifying. And 80 laps here today. First stage, lap 40.
And that should be, if we get a caution before then, they should be able to make enough fuel if they get a caution, but if they don't, it'll be really marginal, and that's where the stage strategy is going to be important, because, the whole deal about pitting before the stage ends, before you lose a lap, so we could see that today if we don't get a caution before lap 40. And right now, a couple noticeable absences right now, as we have less than 2 minutes before qualifying. I do not see Daniel Smallwood or Zach Lindgren in the lobby right now. They're third and fourth in points.
Wow, that's kind of weird. We're looking at the weather here today. 78-degree air temperature, 105-degree track temperature, and they've got a wind coming out of the west at 10 miles an hour. So I don't know how that's going to affect the speed out there and the handling on these cars. 80 laps, about 213 miles. Tire window, 60 to 80 laps thereabouts. Fuel window, 45 to 50 laps. And pit road speed, 55 miles an hour.
Now, fortunately for these guys, tires won't be that big of a factor. It's mainly going to be fuel and track position, and whoever they can find to draft up to the front the best they can.
Yeah, well, we're wondering where Smallwood is. Man, we're not used to seeing him not being here. So it's
rather a strange occurrence, as well as Zach Lindgren.
And especially only being 2 points away from second place, Daniel Falkingham. Man, that could be very costly in the points. So, all right, well, we're going to step away, folks, real quick, play the national anthem. We'll be right back with qualifying underway.
We take you down onto the track for our opening ceremonies.
Ladies and gentlemen, please rise. Please remove your hats.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight O'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
All right, we're back, folks. Waiting on the first of qualifying times to come in. Haven't seen any yet.
And the only one I see on the track right now is Keaton Jones.
Got a couple of new guys in here. Dylan Alt. Thinking he might have raced a long time ago with them, but should be seeing some qualifying times come in here right directly. Guys are coming around here for their first qualifying lap, but second lap.
And then obviously the second lap will be much faster as they ride around the top for that first lap to try to build up enough speed and then try to hook the bottom as much as they can for the second.
There we go. Taylor Fry at the top of the leaderboard. Joseph Lombard second. That'll probably change, but so far Taylor's hanging on to the pole. He was about 5th or 6th fastest in practice, so Will Klein comes in 5th. Garrett Liebert, 3rd place. There you go. Brett Pancari takes over the pole. Keaton Jones 2nd. Wow, Taylor's getting bumped down now. Oh boy. He's down to 6th place.
They're going to be pretty close to each other, and wouldn't be surprised to see quite a few of these guys not take a qualifying time. Watching Charles Grant Jr., our points leader. Always tense, I would think, for the points leader entering Talladega. Even though he has a 38-point lead over everybody else, because you just never know. Although he posted a pretty good lap up into 4th place.
Yep.
Look how close those times are.
You don't have to be the pole sitter or start on the pole to win the race. You know, that's the good thing about super speedways. Yep. You know, everybody can have that chance to get out there and try to win. So, like I said, we could see a total upset here today in the points.
Yeah, quite frankly, we could see someone literally go from last to first.
Yep. Or first to last.
Yep. Anywhere in between. So far, only 12 guys have officially taken some kind of time. Just about half this field. Jason Jacoby times in 0.003 of a second off the pole. Daniel Falkingham is disconnected. He's been having some internet issues in the past half an hour or so. So hopefully he gets back in before we begin, but That's the end of qualifying, and let's go over the starting lineup.
All right. Starting on the MaxSpeedTV starting grid, Brett Pancari taking the pole with a 53.425. Congratulations to him for grabbing the pole. Jason Jacoby on the outside of the front row in second. In row 2, Alec Daffin in third. Dylan Alt in fourth. Row 3, Jarrett Liebert in fifth place. Charles Grant Jr., our points leader, in sixth. In row 4, Will Klein in seventh. Joseph Lombard starting eighth. Row 5, Keaton Jones in ninth. Taylor Fry in 10th. Taylor?
Row 6, we have Luke LaFaro in 11th. Rajat Karuth in 12th. And those 12 drivers out of the 25 that are in this field took a qualifying lap, so literally kind of split in half as far as who took time and who didn't. The first one who didn't take a time is Aaron Smith in 13th, Hunter Johnson in 14th. Row 8, Cody Miller and Anthony Emery. Row 9, Tyrell Baker and John Berry. And rounding out the top 20, Sean Williams and Elijah Gracia. Followed by Jared Darling, 21st. 22nd, Max Neuwirth. Josh Patterson, 23rd. Daniel Falkingham did get back into the server, and he's going to start 24th. And rounding out the field, the 98 car of Noah Lewis, starting 25th.
All right, very good. Well, that was really off from what I had, but that's kind of weird. All right, so waiting on these guys to get the okie dokie to head out.
Be curious to see what Daniel Falkingham does, being second in points, if he plans on to just ride in the back for a while, or if he wants to go from the back of the front in a hurry, because that's the only problem nowadays with riding in the back for the first half of the race, is if you do that, then you kind of forfeit the chance of picking up stage points.
All right, lap 40 for the first stage, and no yeah, what's up, Keith?
Nothing. I just didn't want to bug you if you were busy.
We're broadcasting.
Then that would mean you're busy.
Yeah.
Never mind that.
All right, then. I should, you know. All right.
All right, I'll get out of your hair.
All right. Okay.
Now we're about to have the pace car pull off. 25 drivers set to go for 80 laps around this 2.66 mile facility. And all 25 of these drivers feel like they have a legit shot. Uh-oh. I just saw on my screen Charles Grant Jr., the points leader, just kicked by iRacing.
Oh, no. Oh, no. Well, pace car's heading in.
Talk about the points leader having Talladega Snake fighting him before we even begin.
Well, I'm sure he'll get back in there. So if he can get back in there, I'm sure with cautions and the stage and everything, he'll make it back up. So no need to worry about that if he can get back in. All right, green is out. We're underway here. Only a couple of races left in the regular season, folks. So it's winding down here and see who can make it in for the championship. Everybody gets up to speed. It takes a little bit of time to get up to speed. These cars don't have a lot of horsepower. I mean, they do, but not as much as the Gen 6. Takes them about a full lap to get up to full speed.
And we see a couple of guys dropping down below the apron to get to the back, including Aaron Smith.
Yeah, and that might not be a bad idea. I mean, sometimes just being at the back kind of, Will Klein way up the hill. And he's going to go to the back, it looks like, too. He's letting some of the guys go by on the inside. Not wanting to be up there. Not sure. Well, you don't want to be up there, don't qualify, right?
Yep, well, looks like, let's see, as they come to the line, Jason Jacoby will lead the first lap with a push from Dylan Alt.
Yes,
Although
sir.
that inside line looks a lot more organized. While Joseph Lombard dropped down to the bottom right away on the initial start.
Yeah, Dylan Alt giving Jason Jacoby a pretty good push there. I know Jason, he's usually broadcasting on his channel. J Jacoby 88 is his YouTube channel. Usually broadcasting in car. Brett Pancari got a pretty good push that time from Alec Daffin. Alec just breaking into the top 20 in points last week, but he's 182 points behind the leader right now in points. Jacoby with a good run off the tri-oval here. Let's see if he leads this lap. They usually do get a pretty good run off the tri-oval, and yes, he leads another lap. So it's getting pretty rambunctious up here. The guys are too wide. They've been too wide. Cody Miller almost gets into the back of Taylor Fry there and hooks them. That's the thing they got to be careful of. Boy, it's so easy to hook one another.
Yeah, but I mean, although these bumpers lined up pretty well, I mean, just the slightest mistake and that could take out the whole entire field, literally.
You betcha. You betcha.
Let's see, as Dylan Alt pulls up to the way high line, and he's going to drop back some.
Yep, and he may be back there going backwards to pick up a partner, maybe. It looks like he's going to come back and pick up Anthony Emery and these guys back here. John Barry, those two working together.
Rick Bunkari leads that lap, picks up a bonus point.
Yes, sir.
Things that these guys, like Alec Daffin and Jarrett Lieber.
Oh, there it is!
Good.
Alec Daffin trying to catch up with him here.
It's going to separate the field. There's not going to be a caution because he's down off the racing surface.
And no damage. That's a good thing. No damage on it. I don't know if we... Let's go back here and take a look at it and see if we can see exactly what happens here to him.
It was just a push gone bad. I think he might have... I believe that was...
the number 4 right behind him.
I think he just got over on his left rear quarter panel. That's a really vulnerable spot in these cars, and it just sent him around. Yep. A really good job of Alec.
Yep, right there.
Once and
I'll tell you,
under control.
That was a good place for it to happen because of that big backstretch right there. He had plenty of room to get that car corrected and not get into the wall. So good job by Alec Daffin on that. But boy, he's going to be so far back in the field now. And we got a brand new leader up front, Cody Miller.
Yep, and Taylor Fry actually led the last lap while we were watching that replay, so that's a bonus point for him. 16th in points coming in. Every point's critical for him if he's going to make this top 12.
Yes, sir. Roger Carruth coming from 12th up to 4th.
Well, look at these guys. I mean, doesn't this look like a 195-mile-an-hour pace lap?
Oh, yeah, definitely, yeah. Yeah, they're creeping up on the 200-mile-an-hour mark. And, you know, for these Xfinity cars, 200 mile an hour, man, that is really awesome that they can do that.
Well, as I was beginning to say before we saw Alec Daffin go around, that the guys, I guess, like Jason Jacoby. That's exactly what I was talking about. Jason Jacoby.
He just blew the motor up, didn't he?
Engine, I believe he overheated. That's what I was
thinking. Yes, he did. Oh, bad day.
Engine temperature when you're pushing somebody for so long, and looks like that's what's gonna cost Jason Jacoby.
Oh man, yeah, car is not running. He's gonna have to coast to pit road, and that's about a 30-minute repair on pit road.
Yeah, that's basically a race ender right there.
Oh man, that's gonna definitely take him out of the contention for today. But back up front, Terrell Baker to the high side. Coming from 18th to the lead, folks.
And just as I expected, even though these guys didn't qualify, Cody Miller started 15th, Tyrell Baker 17th. John Williams 19th. They're up in the top 4 right now, all 3 of them.
Yes, sir. Sean Williams. 2 Taylor Swift cars right there, nose to tail. Look at that. One's blue and one's orange.
Yep, and trying to shake off the rest of this pack.
Yeah, good luck with that, man. With the way these guys are nose to tail drafting, good luck with that, trying to shake off the rest of the field.
Well, about the top, let's see, about the top 15 or so have separated themselves after the issues with Jacoby and Alec Daffin.
Yeah, Jacoby
has exited the server.
Yeah, he left. He was gone, and
Will Klein down below the yellow line.
I still have not seen Charles Grant Jr. back.
Hope he hasn't re-entered their server yet. Wow, what a big blow that would be.
Man, I'm telling you. Well, he's got enough of a lead, a 38-point buffer lead there, but well, that's going to really close the gap up. Now, one that I was looking for was Daniel Falkingham. He is at 18th right now, way back here, well off the pace, working with Aaron Smith and Jared Darling. But that's not a bad place to be right now. I know that you don't really want to be too far back, and they're losing the draft of that front pack. But he's second in the points. That'll help him close that gap up on Charles Grant Jr. Daniel Smallwood and Zach Lindgren not here, so that's definitely going to help out Daniel Falkingham.
Well, I just saw Charles Grant reconnect to the server, so he's back.
Oh, okay, good.
Right now he is. Well, once we update, because we're on lap 9, and he technically hasn't completed a lap yet, so he'll be about 10 laps down at the beginning of this.
Well, Terrell Baker's trying to get a bonus point in here. He's got a pretty good run. They're getting a good push by Cody Miller, and he does collect the bonus point that time by. Very good. Roger Caruth.
Really good on these super speedways.
Yeah, you bet. Luke LaFaro, 8th place. Up the middle, looks like the 26er took a look. Anthony Emery, he is not afraid to make it 3 wide if he has to. Might be a little early.
He's been at several places, like Charlotte this year.
It might be a little early for that right now, and I think that's maybe he thought about that when he went to stick it in there. He said, nah, I think I'll just ride here right now. It's a little early for the 3 wide stuff because you surely don't want to end your day or somebody else's day. And it can do it.
Particularly this early. Roger Caruth jumped up to that high side. He's going to try to see if he can get a push. Here comes, who's that, Cody Miller.
Yep, Cody Miller up there. They're getting something working on that high line pretty good now. And just don't get too close nose to tail there, guys, because we've seen what happened with Jason Jacoby blowing that engine.
Also, the thing about that high side, that once you get enough momentum and enough cars up there, that it will get some energy pushed towards the lead. And we've seen on iRacing that even though the bottom line is the safest line and relatively the shorter line, that we've seen a lot of checkup. As here comes Miller, he's going to lead this lap.
Cody Miller, yep, he grabs another lap led, and he's going to drop off from the 13 there, Roger Caruth, and come down in front of Terrell Baker.
Well, sometimes these guys will actually work together. Sometimes,
man, I'm telling you,
Miller might have gotten on the radio to Caruth and asked him about his temperatures, and
yep.
Although Caruth doesn't have any issues with his temperatures right now, as he just got a big push from Dylan Alt, and to the lead, we have a caution.
Oh, we have a caution. Yes, we do, and that looks like Will Klein going around. Oh, no, let's go back and see what happened to Will here.
Oh, he had some left front damage to begin with, and he got pushed. I believe that's Brett Pancari.
But there they are.
Oh, who was that? Oh, that was
oh, man.
Junior. He had just gotten he had just pulled off pit road to actually begin his race, and first thing he sees is a spinning Will Klein.
Yep, and that's not what you want to see. And Will did a good job though, keeping it off of the wall and everything, so he's okay. Just the only thing that's really hurt, I think, probably right now is his pride. he didn't want to be sitting that far back. But Roger Carruth, our leader, Cody Miller second, and Dylan Alt third. Well, first caution of the day. They're not bad. They did 12 laps caution free. Not bad.
Although really the second incident with Alec Daffin, the break for him because he was actually just a couple seconds from going a lap down, so that'll allow him to stay on the lead lap. Yeah,
that definitely. He's thanking the good Lord above for that one. Yes, sir. Well, I'm sure these guys are going to want to come to pit road, freshen up the tires, and they don't really need tires so much as they just kind of want to top off the tank of fuel and make sure that they have enough to make it the rest of the way.
You guys stay out. Sean Williams, Joseph Lombard, Taylor Fry. You see Roger Carruth on pit road. I believe he just did fuel only.
Yeah, Sean Williams stayed out to collect the bonus point there. He commended.
Who was that right there? Was that Cody Miller or know who that was? That was really overshot their pit box by quite a lot.
But anyhow, Sean collects a bonus point there. He commended today 8th in the points. And now this will definitely help him out just a little bit there. Joseph Lombard stays out too. Joseph's 3 points ahead of him in the points and 7th, but he has not got a bonus point yet. Sean did.
Well, that's what we were talking about in the pre-race show. But these guys, they can make it all the way, especially with this caution flag. They can make it on fuel to the end of lap 40, the end of the stage. I like this decision by these guys. So far, still 22 of the 25 starters are on the lead lap.
Well, I don't know. I'm trying to think here who we might want to talk to. How about we talk to somebody we don't talk to a whole lot. Let's talk to Luke LaFaro. See if we can get him up here. Luke LaFaro, you got a copy?
I gotcha.
Well, Luke, you're back in 6th place now. Does that concern you? I know you're a great racer out there for a young man, but does that concern you being in 6th place right now?
Not really. You got a few guys staying out, so I pitted. So, it's regular to stay in the back, so kind of fall back there.
Well, how wild has it been out there? Looks like it's been kind of hairy from our perspective.
Yeah, it's been kind of hairy, but I'm surprised there hasn't been a bigger wreck yet,
Yeah, the one with Alec, that could have been big, and really the caution was completely separated from the entire pack. But as far as fuel, what did you do on your pit stop? Just fuel only?
I took fuel and left side tires.
And for, it looks like you're going to be, not sure what Joseph Lombard's doing. Looks like he's dropping to the back, so looks like you'll be 5th on this restart. Which line do you like the best, between the high side or the low side?
If on restarts, I'll choose the inside, but through the race, I usually like to run the high lane a little bit there.
All right, Luke. Well, we'll let you go, brother. Good luck out there for the rest of the race.
Thanks, guys.
I believe Joseph Lombard might have given himself a EOL penalty. Of course, he has the authority to do that since he is also race control. Like got quite a few drivers hitting again to
probably
pop out the fuel.
All right. Yeah. Well, Sean's going to stay out. I think what he's thinking here, he's got enough fuel to make it to the first stage. Tires are not that important. So some of the guys that did stay out here all the way to what is it, Terrell? No, I take that back. All the way to Roger Carruth. Yeah, so the top 3 stay out. Could be a good strategy call.
If looking here, Dylan Alt given some kind of EOL penalty, but he might have actually just asked for it.
Yeah, we don't know what they're dealing with out there right now. They could be just asking for that, just to kind of stay in the back. It might be getting a little, guys are maybe being a little aggressive up in the front right now or something to try to get up there and lead some laps. When you're this close to the first stage, only 24 laps away, you really don't want to give up too awful much track position. That's the thing. But we'll see how things go here. We're getting ready to get them going, so get them going there, Taylor.
All right, top 10 on this restart will be Sean Williams, Taylor Fry, Cody Miller, Roger Carruth, Luke LaFaro, Daniel Falkingham, Keaton Jones, Tyrell Baker, Elijah Gracia, and Anthony Emery. Still 22 drivers on the lead lap. Quite a few guys topped off onto that caution flag.
And good news, Charles Grant Jr. is back out on the track, but he is 12 laps down.
Yep, so he's going to have to rely on the big one here, and if he's going to pick up some positions on these guys. So pace car is off. John Williams and Taylor Fry leading them down.
Green flag, green
and there's
flag.
the green.
All right, we're back underway. The 2 Taylor Swift cars there working nose to tail.
Like Taylor Fry got a pretty good jump on the start, but that might have cost him as Roger Carruth was unable to stick to his rear bumper, and he's dropping back.
Yep. Leaving that bottom open for Luke LaFaro to stick his nose in there and go. If he can just reel up Cody Miller there. Cody better be careful pushing Sean so much. He better be keeping an eye on them temperatures. We already seen Jason Jacoby blow a motor.
Yeah, I believe that was, how many laps was that? Like 3 or 4 laps that Jason was stuck behind there before his engine failure. So yeah, it's going to be something we're going to be talking about all the race.
Yeah, and, and it's not helping with the 105-degree track temperature out there. That's not helping a lot. A lot of heat coming off of that track and transferring up into the car. So that's making it even quicker for heat to build up. Falkingham 6th place. He definitely wants to have a good finish here today to try to close that gap on Charles Grant Jr. and pull away from Daniel Smallwood that's not here.
Yep, and he knows very well about the internet connection issues that Charles Grant Jr. has been having.
Yep.
Taylor Fry drops to the bottom. Although that leaves Raja Caruth up there. Let's see what Falkingham can do if he can push Caruth to the lead.
Yeah, Raja's led a lap already, but he's not going to lead that one, I don't think. Oh, wait a minute. Yes, he did, I think. No, he didn't.
That's
nope.
just Taylor Fry.
Yep, Taylor Fry led. Yep.
That's just how close it is.
Yep. Yeah, it was just like mere thousandths of a second, you know, so... John Barry moving into the 7th position now, coming from 19th to the back, from the back to the front.
That's the first time I really saw him, although he pulls up to the outside lane.
Boy, that wasn't a good move there. He's going to get up out of the draft, and he's going to fall back unless that's planned. But he's staying up there. He's not coming back down into the race groove here. He might be going back to pick up somebody, one of his teammates or something back here to work with.
Yeah, although we kind of sometimes second guess these drivers, but we sometimes don't really know what they have planned.
Right. Oh, there's a big one. Oh, the 13 getting spun around. That was Raja Caruth, I believe. Yep. I got to keep caught up to him here, but let's go see. That brings out another caution here.
Oh, that was Daniel Falkingham.
Oh, really?
Right rear bumper.
Yep, Falkingham right behind him. It doesn't take much, man. Just a mismatch of just, you know, an inch or two, and you can see him kind of back and forth there, trying to stay steady on the car.
Well, speaking of inches,
and right there it is.
Just barely missed Raja Caruth, although a couple of guys, Dylan Alt.
Oh man, he did. Yeah.
Rossio, they weren't quite so lucky.
Yeah, they ghosted through it though. There, the Dylan Alt actually ghosted through it, but yeah, a couple more ghosted through. Wow, look at that. Raja Caruth might be having some connection problems right there. So it may have been connection problems other than, you know, that happening. So, yeah. All right. Well, he's going to be in the back of the field with heavy damage on his car now.
Well, in that case, if he was having connection issues, it was actually kind of a blessing for the rest of the guys behind him. That could have wadded up about 10 cars right there.
Sure. Well, they put Daniel Falkingham in the lead. He's led a couple of laps, so he's got some bonus points. Closing in on Charles Grant Jr. Now, good news for Charles Grant Jr. He probably will get one of them laps back. I don't think he's going to want to come to pit road. He's got enough fuel to make it, but yeah, I'm showing him 12 laps down right now. And man, that's a lot.
At this point, all he's doing is just minimizing damage. Although he's passed Jason Jacoby for that position.
That's one.
Yeah. So, and like I said before, he's really going to have to rely on the massive crash that takes out several cars.
Right.
He's going to make up any more spots. Buckingham.
Oh, he was going to come. Oh man, and Cody Miller. Yeah, last second to decide to come to pit road. He's got the bonus points out of the way, so he may be just going to check and see if he's got any damage from that, you know, where he got into the back of him. That's probably not a bad idea. Because, boy, just the slightest little bit of damage on that, Taylor, will cause that car to just not be quite as fast as it was, you know?
Because these cars, I mean, they're so aerodynamic sensitive, and any kind of body damage, it can slow about, I don't know, like 2 or 3 miles an hour at the very least. Although his car looks pretty clean looking at it.
Well, let's get, where is, you want to talk to Sean Williams?
Sure.
All right, there he is. Go for it.
Hey, Sean Williams, it's Taylor and Rudy in the booth. You got us?
Hey, what's up?
Well, that was quite an interesting moment with Raja Caruth getting turned in front of the field. Could you see what happened there?
I couldn't even really see. I was on the inside, and all of a sudden it looked like a car went sideways, so I just ducked it down inside, tried to get away from it in case something happened, and then I just saw kind of carnage in the mirror.
Yeah, well, you were definitely in the right spot at the right time, being down on the bottom. But you've led this race so far. Should be able to make it on fuel to the end of the first stage. Has this race been as wild as you anticipated it to be?
Yeah, because with the B cars, you can draft and move around and make things happen. So everybody wants to have fun and go for it, which is awesome. But at the same time, I mean, early in the race, Jacoby was in front of us and he blew up, and like we were all right behind him, and I thought we were all dead. But luckily, we got by that. And then what just happened here with I think it was the 13 or somebody getting turned into the wall or whatever it was. It's crazy, but it's a lot of fun.
Yeah, there was quite a few close calls with Jason blowing up and then Alec Daphne getting spawned in front of the field. Have you had any close calls as far as your temperatures have been concerned?
Oh, yeah, it's crazy. And I don't know what it is, the tape. We're running a decent amount of tape, but after like 2 laps, if you're right on somebody pushing them, you're starting to overheat and the gauge is blinking. So that's something everyone's going to have to manage, because you can... I don't know what's going on. You can overheat so fast today. It's crazy.
And with this 105-degree track temperature, sure is playing a factor as well, I would think. But well, good luck out there. You're looking good so far, and we'll talk to you later.
Yep. Thank you, sir.
All right. Very good.
That's interesting to hear him say that how difficult it is for not just Jason, but pretty much everybody else out there dealing with that temperature problem.
All right, so that puts Taylor Fry and Terrell Baker up front, Sean Williams 3rd, Luke LaFaro 4th, and Keaton Jones. That rounds out your top 5. Somebody was asking about where Joseph Lombard is. He's back in 9th place right now. Got his car clean. I seen he posted on Facebook there earlier, Taylor, and he was hoping to have a good night here tonight. He really does. I mean, he come into here 7th in the points. I'm sorry.
Yeah, he's 7th.
Yeah, 7th. Yeah. So, you know, he needs to have a really good night here tonight. He's 103 points back. He is, you know, not really that far out of the cutoff there, the top 12. So he needs to really have a great night here and break, you know, give himself that breathing room that he needs to have up there in case we get to tracks that, you know, he may not be as good at. So that's kind of what you want to do, you know.
And that, as far as the deficit to the leader, that's his main concern has got to be how many points he's ahead of that cutoff line. I believe he's only 11 points to the good, I believe, entering this race. So, yeah, these stage points coming up right here, he's going to need quite a few of them to stay safe. And he seemed kind of, I guess, not sure the other way to put it, but optimistically pessimistic or something like that. But he seemed kind of
like that.
Mixed emotions entering this race.
Right.
But, I mean, knowing Joseph, he usually stays on the positive side.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
The Josh Patterson making a late move to pit road, along with some other drivers further on in the back, including Cody Miller, Max Newworth, Bo Klein, and some others.
Well, that moved Daniel Falkingham into the top 10 again here, making that pit stop kind of put him back a little bit further in the field, but you know, he really wants to stay inside that top 10 here for the stage points. So he's going to have his work cut out for him out here right now, staying inside that top 10.
And he knows very well, not only will Charles Grant Jr. not have a very good finish here tonight, but he won't get any stage points at all. And I see Josh Patterson has, after pulling down pit road, is disconnected for some reason.
Yep, and Roger Caruth still sitting on pit road, so there's a couple of positions that Charles Grant Jr. could pick up that could put him into 22nd here in about another 10 laps.
That is if Roger Caruth stays on pit road and doesn't get back out there. That car's pretty used up. I mean, that's going to take a lot of repair.
It sure is. Yeah, I've seen he's in chat. He's really not too happy about all that happened, but that's super speedway racing, and I'm not trying to cover that up in any way, Roger. But man, you know, it's super speedway racing. That's you got to come to expect it and know that you know, there is a chance that it could happen, and we all know that bumper hook is just horrible on all these cars. I wish they could take that out of there. We never had that before. I wish they'd take it out of there, because I think it's not real. It's not realistic to me. I mean, you don't see cars out there in real life getting, you know, they get into each other, but you don't see them bumper hooking each other.
Yeah, then it is a tough situation. As I believe, pace car is about to pull off here in just a moment, and
yep,
we're going to have a 16-lap run to the end of stage 1.
All right, here we go. Pace car makes that hard left turn, and our leader, Taylor Fry, up on the high side, Terrell Baker on the bottom.
Yeah, I was just about to mention that Taylor Fry goes the outside. That's an interesting move.
Well, it's not a bad idea on Super Speedway, because you can get that run. If he can get a good run, he can drop down in front of Terrell. We're back under green.
If it just matters about who gets the right push, and let's see, it's Luke LaFaro right behind him.
Yeah, now Terrell's going to fill that hole right there, and he is not going to let Taylor down in that bottom. So, man, I think that might have been a big mistake for Taylor to start on that high side at that point.
Well, I mean, it is early enough in the race, and I mean, there could just be a learning curve right there. If Taylor's in that position again on a late restart, maybe might decide to stay on the bottom.
Eaton Jones is third on the bottom here. Alec Daffin right behind him, just pushing the daylights out of him right now. You can see these guys, a little bit of bobbing and weaving going around with these guys at a little arrow push. And there is a little bit of wind out there today too, folks. So, you know, you got to take that all into a factor. 10-mile-an-hour wind out of the west. So I don't know which direction this track goes. I've been there, but I don't remember if it goes north-south or east-west or what. But
looking at Keaton Jones, he's got some cosmetic body damage to his right rear. Not sure if that's going to hurt the drag or anything on that car. But, I mean, at least the positive thing is when you're tucked up in this draft like that, you kind of hide some of that body damage.
Oh, sure. Yeah, definitely. Yeah. Yeah, you can have a little bit of... Oh, and he just blinked out big time right there. Wow.
Quite a few guys that have been having some connection issues as they're side by side up front. Sean Williams.
I'm kind of wondering if it ain't server problems, because I'm having a little bit of problem here with a little bit of a stutter. So I'm kind of wondering if there isn't. I notice it. I don't know if anybody else is noticing it. Maybe I shouldn't have brought it up, but
well,
Elijah
we did have that maintenance the other day.
I know. Elijah Gracia coming from 21st to 7th. Big move for Elijah.
I remember how close he came to getting taken out in that Rajah Caruth crash.
Yeah.
He kind of warped through him.
Yes, he did. Terrell Baker up on the high side, leaving the bottom open to Sean Williams. And it seems like the upper line does have a pretty good handle on this. Yeah, he's going to get a good push there from Taylor Fry. And it's going to be Terrell Baker at the line one more time. And we've got 13 to go for the first stage.
Ooh. Inside lane stacks up a little bit. Gracia on the apron going in the front line, he's able to get away with it.
Aaron Smith. There's one we haven't been talking too much about today. He's been hanging right about mid-pack.
And before that first caution, we saw him back there with Falkingham and somebody else, about 17th, 18th, and 19th, completely separated from the lead draft. And now that he knows it's time to go get some stage points, and he's trying to make some moves forward.
And
front,
wow,
Baker.
Wow,
he was with 3 wide. Taylor Fry.
He come right up in front of
with LaFaro.
Yeah, and he does lead that lap. Man, oh man, I'm telling you, he is pushing his luck out there right now, boys. I'm telling you.
What I've noticed so far is that the inside lane moves quicker through the corners, but on the straightaways, the outside lane gets
and that's usually the way it goes. You can see Terrell Baker down the backstretch, reeling in the leader here. You can see Taylor Fry there on the inside gets a pretty good run out of the corner. But watch this run here now. I'm going to go back here on Luke LaFaro. And watch this run here. Going to the line, it's going to be Terrell Baker one more time.
Well, they're 3 wide right behind. Here comes Cody Miller along with Dylan Alt.
Oh my gosh, 4 wide.
Wow.
We were 4 wide there for a second.
And Miller's going to go for the lead.
Yes, sir. Wow, I'll tell you, people backed out of that in a hurry, but you know one that didn't back out was Daniel Falkingham. He says, I am not lifting.
He's on the bumper of Luke LaFaro trying to duplicate those 2 guys in front of him.
Wow, that was crazy right there.
Well, we know one thing. Cody Miller, he's not a passive driver. He's very aggressive.
Oh, yeah, definitely. Well, he's I talked about him so many times how much of an improved driver he is in other leagues. You know, he has just been super improved. And we haven't heard too much about He's been pretty quiet here lately, but he just led another lap here. So, but he may be starting to pick things back up a little bit more now.
Yeah, boy, he comes in here 5th in points. Of course, I believe he missed a race not too long ago, if I remember correctly. Was it Dover or Charlotte?
Now here's a driver we have not talked about today that's been quietly sneaking up just a little couple positions. Hunter Johnson.
Oh, contact Tyrell Baker and Luke LaFaro. That was close. And Dylan. Oh,
there it is. Luke LaFaro. Oh my gosh. There's a big one.
John Barry's involved. Hard hit to the inside for
oh man.
Eaton Jones.
Yeah, that was I'm trying to catch up here. Wow, where did he go? Well, let's go back and take a look at it here while I'm looking for him. It was Luke LaFaro. I did see that got hooked.
Once again, it was Daniel Falkingham. He got on the left rear. Taylor Fry got some damage in that.
And Daniel might be just being a little too aggressive out there right now. He comes up on the back of Luke LaFaro, and in the corner, that's not a place where you want to be bumping the back of somebody's car. And that does bring him right around. Oh my gosh, he's going to come right down in front of Taylor Fry. Oh, that's going to hurt.
For Taylor Fry.
Yeah. Sean Williams looks like he might try to skinny it through there. Just kind of, man, he lucked out. He locked it down really good.
And well, somebody ran into the back of him. I see some damage on his rear bumper, but he's lucky he didn't wipe his whole car out.
And Joseph Lombard, man, he took it way to the inside. The 55 there, Keaton Jones, is going to get into, that looks like the number 98 there of Noah Lewis. So, and he's going to hit the wall a ton right there. And Noah Lewis, get a better angle here.
Yeah,
see Noah sliding down through there. So,
yeah,
man.
I mistook him for John Barry. That was actually Noah Lewis, the 98.
Yep. So, all right, well, we're still about, we're going to be 8 laps from the stage. So we're probably not going to see a whole lot of guys come to pit road, maybe some guys in the back, but you know, because it's really important to stay up in here, Taylor, for inside that top 10 for the stage points, because anything outside the top 10 does not get any stage points.
And like you said, I mean, it's going to be about 5 laps to go, and the wildness and intensity is just going to ramp up even more.
Yeah. You got that right. Well, let's see. Let's talk to Daniel Falkingham. Let's see what his point of view is here. Daniel Falkingham, do you have a copy?
Yeah, I gotcha.
Wow, you're kind of being a little aggressive out there, brother.
Yeah. I mean, just this is. Oh, hang on. Yeah, but this is why I don't race these cars much, because I just cannot figure out how to push, especially with the bumper hook being so bad on these things. The first incident, I kind of don't think was my fault, because I was already getting a huge shove, and to me, the guy ahead of me the bottom was clear, but he didn't take it, and I already had a huge shove, so I couldn't lift there. But that second one, I'll definitely take blame for, because I saw TCB and Luke got together in front of me. I was going to try to push Luke, and then they got together in front of me, and then I was running down Luke. I was trying to give him a little bit of a bump, but I just got into him, so... Yeah, I definitely take fault for that one, but that first one I really don't take blame for.
Well, I'll tell you what, it's been a hard fought battle, and I know you want to be inside this top 10. It definitely going to make a big jump here in the points, I think, because Charles Grant Jr. had connection problems. He is right now 11 laps down. I doubt he's going to make that 11 laps up today. That would be 11 cautions, and I don't foresee you guys having that many. But
yeah, I think when they did the Stenhouse Demo Derby at Daytona earlier in the year, they might as well call this the Falkenham Demo Derby because I just gotta straighten myself out. I just gotta keep a cool head and just focus forward. I mean, I know I've gotten into a few incidents. I kind of got out of that one clean, but one of these times I'm not. So
yeah,
I just gotta focus forward and just try to be more careful. I know we're not even halfway yet, so I just gotta get that straightened around.
I know, with Daniel Smallwood and Zach Lindgren not here today, that's going to kind of give you a jump ahead of them. They may wind up losing a position or two. I don't know, but this is definitely going to be a big gainer for you. Kind of close that gap up on Charles Grant Jr. a little bit.
Yeah, but plus we still got another drop week. I think that's got to be so that might shake up the points a little bit. And,
sure.
Yeah, right now I'm just trying to I'm not worried about points right now. I'm just focused on just trying to get through week after week and just trying to be the best I can. But certainly not showing that right now. But now I'm racing with a lot more people that I'm more comfortable with. So hopefully that should help me out in the long run.
All right, Daniel. Well, good luck out there the rest of the race. Get some good stage points there tonight.
Yeah, we'll try. Thank you.
I kind of forgot about that drop week, but
yeah. I did too. Got that to put in there. That could really shake up the points then,
Right. Yeah, it really can.
That was pretty crazy though when they went 4 wide. I mean, I know it was just for an instant.
Oh, that was insane.
Yeah, that was.
And Dylan Alt kind of got shuffled back right before that wreck happened. He survived it though. Yeah, but Daniel mentioned when Tyrell and Luke LaFar kind of banged doors, that kind of started that whole mess.
Yep.
Well, at least Daniel's, taking responsibility and he kind of knows what his weaknesses are, at least in these cars at this track.
Well, he said, and I'm not saying anything, Roger. Don't get mad at me. I'm just saying that first one there, I think maybe it might have been. It looked like he had some connection issues because a couple of cars did ghost through him. So that coupled with a little bit of net coating, maybe that could have been the problem there, and maybe that's what Daniel was talking about. I don't know, but I don't know what the answer is to that. I'm not sticking up for one or the other. I'm just trying to look at it from both sides of the coin.
Yeah, and again, like we talk about, like none of this in any stretch of the imagination are they trying to, knock each other out of the way on purpose. They're trying to do this to help the other driver.
Right. Yeah, and
just a slight miscalculation.
Yeah, and, Daniel surely wouldn't have done something like that on purpose. Now, this one, he said he did take the blame for. He just had a good run there, and he didn't lift. He said, he said it was a product of that bumper hook, and he really doesn't like running these cars. So.
And that's what we were discussing kind of right before this wreck happened. So almost like a self-fulfilling prophecy.
Well, Keaton Jones takes his car behind the wall, so there's another position for Charles Grant Jr. to pick up in about 10 laps. That'll put him into 21st. So he's already passed up Raja and Josh Patterson and running at 22nd, but he's still 11 laps down. And we're going to be 5 laps from the stage here, folks. 5 laps, and then they will throw the manual caution. And that will be the end of the first stage. Now, the stage points, the winner gets 10 points. Second place gets 9. Third place gets 7, and so on, back to 10th place. Outside that top 10, they don't get any bonus points.
You thought it was exciting up until now? Just watch this when this race starts. It's going to get insane.
Yep, watch this. This is going to be...
We might see another one of those 4 wide deals.
Well, I was going to say Cody Miller is not afraid to stick it in there 3 wide, but right now he's in the lead, so I don't think we got to be too concerned about him doing that right now. But, you know, he's in that position. Everybody wants that position he's in. He's going to be a sitting duck out there right now, and everybody's going to be looking for a way to try to get around him, whether that means going to the outside and leaving him on the inside and, you know, or whatever. But, yeah, this is going to be pretty crazy right here now. We get ready to go back green.
Well, we've seen Cody Miller show he can pass a bunch of cars and make his way to the lead, but now he's got to show what he can do as far as blocking and maintaining that spot. The pace car drops off on the pit road, or is about to. Here he goes. About 5 laps is all this is going to be. Miller, Baker, Falkingham, Daffin, Williams, Gracia, Lombard, Johnson, Berry, and Alt, the top 10. And Cody Miller restarts on the inside. Here we go for 5 laps until the end of stage 1. A comeback for Alec Daffin so far. We saw him getting spun off the turn 2 early on, and here he is. He's got a chance to possibly win this stage.
Cody Miller's got to be thinking a little bit right now of the way Daniel's been bumper hooking people. He does not want to be getting bumper hooked, and because he's in that lead right now, but Daniel is right on his tail. You just want to just kind of stay about a foot off of his bumper. That way there's no fear of that happening, you know.
That's definitely something Cody Miller's got in the back of his mind right now. Let's see what Alec Daffin could do. Elijah Gracia pulls up to make it 3 wide, but he's going to get hung out.
Yes, sir. Up the middle there, Dylan Alt.
Along with
and John Berry. John Berry takes it to the bottom, right in behind Joseph Lombard. Lombard running in 7th.
Got Hunter Johnson up here. He's on the back bumper of Alec Daffin, trying to make some moves forward.
Yes, sir. 6th place for him, coming from 14th. Time for him to start making that move. And he might have just waited a little bit too late, but that caution really did not help them in any way, Taylor, because, you know, a lot of guys were really had their mind set on a certain position, you know, when the caution or when the stage ended. You know, they wanted it to kind of stay the way it was, and now it's kind of gotten jumbled up just a little bit. We got some guys that were in the back, now in the front, some guys that were in the front, in the back. So it kind of shook things up a little bit. And at the line
to go in this stage, they're bobbing and weaving.
Yep, Cody Miller led that lap. And that's just exactly what he wants to do. He wants it to end just like that. 3 laps to go here for the first stage.
Well, these guys are going to get antsy because we've seen that wrecks can happen even at the very back of the field. Remember that first caution was Will Klein. He was completely separated from the whole field, so they know that if the caution comes out right now, then
Terrell Baker down in front of Cody Miller.
Gonna leave Alex.
Daffin! Oh, contact!
Falkingham.
Oh my gosh, that took everybody out.
Johnson, Dylan Alt slams the inside wall.
Yeah, Hunter Johnson. Let's go back and take a look at this. Man, that got pretty wild there for a second. And boy, and this is going to end the stage. So,
Tyrell Baker's going to get the stage.
Yeah. So let's take a look here. What happened? Let me get down here a little better view on this because these guys were getting pretty rambunctious around each other. Hunter Johnson. Alec Daffin. This is where Alec Daffin got really squirrely. Hunter got into the back of him a little bit there. And Alec Daffin takes it to the high side. Hunter tries to follow him up there. And it looks like Hunter got tagged from behind right there by the number 42.
Oh, it looked like Hunter was about to get on the left side of Alec Daffin. He kind of backed off a little bit, and then that's maybe when Dylan Alt.
Oh, and poor Daniel Falkingham just got pile driven by Dylan Alt right there. Sean Williams, Cody Miller, or Joseph Lombard involved in it. Elijah Gracia. Man, we've got a ton of cars piled up into this. Man, I'm telling you, that was a big one.
Including Charles Grant Jr. I see him with some damage.
Oh,
He
yeah.
ran into the front end of Sean Williams.
Oh, yeah. So, man, probably about 8 cars caught up into that. And boy, Terrell Baker's loving life right now because he is going to come home with the stage win here. They still got another lap to go around before it's actually official.
Well, now some strategy play right here because some guys are going to pit now. That way, when these guys that stay out and get the stage points, they're going to come down pit road afterwards. So we're going to see some flip-flopping and track position here.
Well, they're not going to be able to. I can tell you that right now. They're not going to be able to come down pit road. Because the next time by, for him to get the stage win, he's got to go by pit road. And that's probably going to be the 2 to go right there. And he's not going to get...
No, that's right. Yeah, because the pit road will close on him. That's right.
Right. So, you know, he's going to have to stay out here for a while yet. And I'm not sure... Let's see, he's been out here for 27 laps right now, Terrell has. So he's still okay on gas. You know, that's not a problem. So, well, let's... I'm going to get him down here in just a minute. We're going to wait till it becomes official here.
I see right now, Hunter Johnson and Joseph Lombard, although they've got considerable damage to their cars, they're going to stay out and they're going to end up 4th and 5th in this stage, despite that heavy damage to their race cars.
Yep. Well, you got to get those bonus points, you know, and that's what these guys are looking at. That right now is the most important thing for them is to get those stage points, being inside that top 10.
And particularly Joseph, who's 7th in points, and Hunter Johnson, although he's 10th in points and does have a win, I mean, they all matter. So the top 10 who are going to get points are Tyrell Baker, Cody Miller, Alec Daffin, Hunter Johnson, Joseph Lombard, John Berry, Aaron Smith, Will Klein, Luke LaFaro, and Taylor Fry. All 10 of those drivers will get stage points once they complete this next lap here.
All right, well, once they do, I'm going to drag Terrell down here and talk to him about his stage win once he crosses the line. We are going to make it official here. Because I've seen things happen when guys were coming to take the win.
Oh, how about this? God, the guys are giving up stage points, it looks like. Joseph and Hunter and some of these guys might have spoken a little too soon. Unless, perhaps, Joseph Lombard does have this authority as race control. He might have called timing of the caution as the end of the stage. Well, so we're not completely sure, but I don't know.
All right, well, we got Terrell Baker in the booth with us. Terrell, congratulations on the stage win there, brother. I knew you were going to have to do that. If you didn't, I was going to ask you to do it.
We've been really disappointed.
Yeah, we would have been really disappointed. You're right. Well, tell us a little bit about what the race is. Man, guys are being really aggressive out there.
I mean, you have to be. You see, I'm being aggressive. I mean, what Cody Miller did, 2 restarts ago, he put it 4 wide. I mean, you got to be aggressive.
Yeah.
Here. You know, the guys behind me, they're telling me they're overheating. So, I mean, I made a move earlier and I went up high. I mean, usually I wouldn't do that, but, you know, you got to be aggressive. You got to try to stay up front. You fall in the back, then you risk getting killed. So.
Right. Sure. Yeah. Oh, yeah, definitely. Yeah. Well, now that you got this out of the way, what's the plan for the rest of the race? Are you going to try to stay in the front? Or are you going to kind of mingle with the guys back there and do a little racing with them and have a little fun to kind of break up the monotony?
Well, Dale, no. I'm going to stay up here. You know, we're doing it for Dale big time today. We're staying up here. I'm definitely going to try to get the win in this beautiful Aquafina Chevrolet, you know.
Heck yeah.
It's a beautiful car, you know, and
it is.
I'm definitely going to try to get this win, you know. This is only my second Laura start, trying to be 1 for 2, you know, get that 50% win percentage, you know.
Oh, heck yeah.
That's a good percentage.
Good. Well, it would. I'm sure it would mean a lot to you, and I'll tell you what. If you win this today, we better get a big yeehaw. So you better save your voice.
Oh, dude, definitely. I mean, I've been screaming this whole race, so like I'm kind of losing it, but I'll try to like hold it in. You know, I'll try to save my voice a little bit. I'll do what I can.
All right, buddy. Well, congrats on your stage win here, and good luck for the rest of the race.
Thank you. I want to give a quick shout out to my mom. My girl's also watching, and this is also my very first stage win, and I'm glad it happened right here on MaxSpeedTV. Yeah! Wait, hold on.
Yes.
That was horrible.
Yes. Well. Yes. Well, a big shout out to your mom and your family that are watching. So, yeah, that's it. Do a little dancing out there for them, Terrell. All right.
Oh yeah, we're
good luck. Good luck, brother.
All right.
Well, he's pumped up.
Don't expect anything less, though.
Oh no, not out of Terrell. Nope. All right, so second stage coming up here, folks. We'll get that underway here in just a minute.
This running order is jumbled up considerably. We got top two are still the same, Baker and Miller, but Taylor Fry, he's got some heavy front end damage, but he stayed out. He's going to restart third. Anthony Emery, this is the first time we're really seen Anthony up here towards the front. He's going to be fourth. Max Neuwirth, Luke LaFaro, Alec Daffin.
Now remember, Taylor, all these guys back here that did not pit, that were in that accident, got damage on their cars, they're not going to be as fast.
Yeah, that's what I'm concerned about.
Yeah, there's a lot of guys that didn't get damaged. You got guys like John Barry that did not get damaged, Will Klein. These guys are going to want to get by these guys that do have damage. Are going to be holding them up. So they're definitely going to be looking for a way to get around them. Max Neuwirth, them type of guys. So, yeah, well, this is good news. Charles Grant Jr. did get a little more damage on the nose, but in about 3 more laps here, he's going to pick up another position from Keaton Jones.
On actually 2, because I see Dylan Alt, he took an extremely hard hit on the inside wall, and I think his night's going to be over. In fact, he just disconnected as I'm speaking. So that'll be another 9 laps or so. He'll move up into 20th place.
Yep, that'll put him into the top 20. Yeah, that's pretty cool. All right,
well, just trying to minimize damage. All right, get him going, Rudy.
I'll do it. Here we go. Pace car is going to make that hard left turn one more time. Here we're going to be restarting on lap 43, second stage underway, and Terrell Baker in command of this start. Gets a little bit of a pull away there. Guys haven't tightened the field up. Long ways around this tri-oval. And they should be getting the green. There it is. Green, green, green. Back underway. Here at Talladega, we only got a couple of races left, folks, for the before the playoffs start. So tonight's race is very important to try to get as many points as you can coming out of here. Some of the guys that are maybe down there in points, trying to work their way up. Now, we're going to watch here guys that got damaged. Daniel Falkingham, Hunter Johnson, already, he's tucked up underneath Daniel Falkingham. As long as them guys stay in the draft, they might be all right. And hope for a quick caution here and come to pit road.
But Cody Miller, there was a piece of paper you could have put in between he and Tyrell Baker right there.
Oh, and there it is. Good save. He saved it. Bumper hook from Terrell Baker. Man, well, that'll show him for making that slide job down in front of him. Woo!
Wow.
A little excitement.
Cody did in saving that car, although he's going to drop back.
Yep. Anthony Emery.
16th.
Anthony Emery up to the third spot right now on the high side there, getting a little push from Luke LaFaro. Luke's got quite a bit of damage. Joseph Lombard hanging on to the draft.
Yeah, a lot of these guys up here with quite a bit of damage. Taylor Fry in second, but again, like we talked about, sometimes this damage, when you're following in the middle of the draft, sometimes it hides that damage. But it might be a different story if they ever get out front.
Yep, Alec Daffin. We're going to look back here on Joseph Lombard's car. You can see quite a bit of damage there on Joseph's car, but he is going to the outside to get around Alec.
And John Barry making the third lane up there.
And Brett Punkari, man, he closed that gap up big time.
Here comes Anthony Emery with a push from Luke LaFaro. They're almost 3 wide. They're 3 wide for second.
These guys are getting pretty racy right now. Yeah, John Barry up to the high side. Getting a little help up there from, I think that's Will Klein up there with him. Yeah, Will Klein.
Will's the middle group got with Daffin and Emery, LaFaro. Yep. They go to first and second.
Anthony Emery.
Oh, there goes Daffin again.
Oh my! Oh, Terrell Baker. I'm not sure if I can catch up with these guys. I'm trying. And Terrell Baker out across the grass. He didn't hit the wall or anything. Saves it. Alec Daffin's okay. They're just going to go to the back of the flag.
If the caution did come out, that was actually thrown by Joseph Lombard, race control.
Well, that's probably not a bad idea because iRacing should have probably picked that up. So, all right, well, we'll see here who's going to be the leader when it all shakes out. These guys, right now, I don't think they're too sure who the actual leader is. I think it's Anthony Emery.
I believe so. Yeah, that was a strange little deal coming back to the caution, but
yep. Well, I'm not even going to go back and show that replay because we were right on top of it when it happened. So it's yeah, that was horrible news for Luke LaFaro and those guys. Man, I'll tell you. Close call for a couple of drivers. A couple of drivers got involved in it, but a couple of them barely missed it. I did want to mention here that Brett Poncari now has moved. That was our pole sitter and went back in the field. Now he's back into the top 10.
I've been looking back at that deal with Alec Daffin and Tyrell Baker. That was. I mean, I like Alec a lot, but that was definitely his fault because, I mean, he just kind of, that was just simply a situation where he just wasn't clear, and Tyrell Baker, if he did get out of the gas, it wasn't very much, but I mean, he tried to let him in, but.
Hey, Darcy, how you doing, Darcy? Ken, Christopher, Jaguar, how's everybody doing tonight? Now, this is going to be a good opportunity for those guys that needed to come to pit road. They're going to want to come in. You got Hunter Johnson, Cody Miller. They were going to be needing fuel because Cody Miller stayed out there on some, he had like 27 laps on a tank of fuel, so he's definitely wanting to come in.
And and at this point, these guys pitting right now, they shouldn't have to worry about fuel at all for the rest of the race.
Yep. Yeah, actually, yeah, I think everybody will be okay on fuel right now. It's just a matter of how bad the damage is on the car to slow them down where they're going to be not as good in the draft. They don't have any resets, so
no quick repairs.
Yeah, it's the car is what it is, and that's it. And a lot of these guys are sitting on pit road getting damage fixed up. Alec Daffin, Max Newworth. Let me run down through some of these. Jarrett Liebert, Will Klein, Hunter Johnson, Terrell Baker, John Barry, Jared Darling. These guys all on pit road getting damage fixed up. So
I'll tell you what. Look who's running in 6th right now. Noah Lewis.
Noah Lewis, yep.
2 laps down. He missed the start of this race.
Yeah.
Remember, he missed the start, was 2 laps down. Got both of his laps back, actually got involved in one of these wrecks off of turn 4.
Right.
But his car looks fairly decent. Although some right rear damage, but he has clawed his way back up into the top half dozen.
Yes, sir. That's good news for him.
And that's very important for him because he is right now the first car that's on the outside looking in, entered this race 13th in the standings.
Well, that's good. Hey, BM, how you doing? Haven't seen you in a while there, BM. Been a while. Well, Darcy, a lot of wind there, huh? Oh, man. Well, that's New Hampshire. Winter's blowing in. Yeah, we're all dreading it. I am.
Yeah, I am too, believe me.
Hard on my old bones, man, I'm telling you. Well, folks, don't forget to tune in tomorrow night. The Blazing Pedals Xfinity Series and the DJ Harris Designs Truck Series will be live here on MaxSpeedTV. So nothing coming up later on tonight here on MaxSpeedTV. Just a couple of races tomorrow night. So make sure you're here for that tomorrow night, folks. That's sure to be, both of them are excellent races. So make sure you tune in for those tomorrow night.
And that is quite a great series. I get a chance to watch some of them. Mark Arthur, the founder of that series. I actually run with him in the Cetra series. He's quite a good guy. And very talented race car driver to boot as well.
Yep, Mark's awesome, man. Him and I are pretty good friends, and I like Mark a lot. He is really cool, really good guy, and he has got a great league there. Great bunch of guys racing in there. A lot of talent. All right, so yeah, now things have shook up a little bit. Dylan Alt behind the wall, Keaton Jones, Josh Patterson, Roger Caruth, and Jason Jacoby. The first one out blew a motor by pushing somebody just a little bit too long. He overheated it, and the motor blew, and he finishes in 25th. That's a heartbreaker, man. That's one thing you just dread that. When you hear that motor pop, you know your night's over right there, because that's a 30-minute wait on pit road to get a new motor put in that. At least a 30-minute wait.
And it's quite a helpless feeling, I should say. As we're hopefully coming to one to go here, quite an extended caution period. Daniel Falkingham, the front end damage to his car.
Yeah, he's going to be restarting in 4th. Well, let's see if we can get somebody up here. Let's how about we talk to Alec Daffin?
Sure, he might not.
Yeah, huh? Alec Daffin, you got a coffee?
Hey, I got you.
Coffee. Well, you're having a pretty good run out here right now. You started 3rd, kind of went back into the field. You've been involved in a couple of altercations out there. How's the car, and how much damage do you think it's going to slow you up?
Oh, the left front's pretty much killed. Yeah, I thought I was clear of Tyrell there, cut down. I wasn't, but we had like 35 seconds optional, but that's still a damage I have, so in the draft I think I'll be okay. I'm fine on horsepower, just gotta stay in the draft and should be alright.
Okay, well, yeah, I'm sure you're hoping for a podium finisher tonight, but with that little bit of damage, and you got guys ahead of you with a lot of damage too. So what's the plan on, you got anybody to work with out there, or are you just kind of winging it for right now?
Jared Lieber is kind of my friend in here, so if he's around me, I'll work with him. But if not, I'll just ride in the draft and try and miss the wrecks and just run my race and see where I end up.
All right, brother. Well, looks like you guys are getting the one to go, so good luck out there for the rest of the race there, Alec.
I think you're ready.
Yes, sir. All right, very cool.
Jared Lieber, speaking of him, he is going to be 19th on this restart as he's trying to rejoin the field.
Yep.
For an extended stay on pit road, so.
Well, look, his car looks pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah, not bad. So very good. Watching Will Klein here. Will trying to get up to speed as he catches up to the back of the field here. I'm not really sure. He's really not dropping the hammer to catch up too well, but he's catching them.
There's hardly anybody out here with 0 damage.
Yeah, what the heck's everybody doing here, man? We got guys clear down on the apron. Elijah Gracia. Nobody. I think everybody's confused here. What's going on? Oh, the lights are still on the pace car. Okay, I thought they had one to go. My bad.
Yeah, I honestly thought there was one to go too, but I'm trying to look through this order. I mean, I only see like 1 or 2 cars that are completely clean.
So we're going to be restarting here. Going to have, I believe, 30 to go at the line.
Yep, and 19 cars still on the lead lap. What Aaron Smith is doing right now.
Charles Grant Jr. When they take the green and he crosses the line, will move into the 20th position, but he is still 11 laps down.
Not sure if something's up with the scoring or going on here. Got a lot of guys kind of moving in and out of each other's lane. But Daniel Foggingham's still up here in 4th, although quite a bit of damage.
Yeah, we got some guys up here that do have quite a bit of damage. Joseph Lombard, Sean Williams.
Luke Lafaro on the front row.
Luke Lafaro, yeah, he's got damage. Well, we'll see what they can do. They seemed to be all right when they took the green the last time, so let's see what they do here. All right, pace car's about ready to head to pit road. Anthony Emery ready to hit the loud pedal here as the field's going to tighten up now. Everybody getting sorted out. Closing up the gaps here. Gotta get that field good and tight.
Oh, Anthony takes off a little early.
Yeah, he did.
Green flag, green flag.
And there's the green. Thing of it is, you don't want to get out there too awful far because boy, they'll get a run on you and go by you like a freight train.
Yeah, that's kind of unexpected for a plate track to take off almost like kind of like a 1.5-mile track because they'll line up on you in a hurry. But let's see what Luke Lafaro decides to do.
Yep, Lombard in 3rd. And with all these guys that got damage on them right now.
Look at Joseph.
Oh, wow. He decided to stay. Yeah, okay. That's probably not a bad place for him to be, though. But here comes Max Newirth up to the high side. And he might try to make it 3 wide here because he knows these guys, some of these guys got damage on them.
Well, look what that did to Luke Lafaro. He thought he was for sure going to the lead, but then Joseph decided to ditch him. And
Cody Miller, Terrell Baker still in it, winning the first stage. He got spun there, but he didn't get any damage on the car. Very, very little on that back left corner where somebody got into the back of him. So he was really lucky on that.
And that was when Alec got into him. But yeah, all these guys. He's pushing Luke Lafaro to the lead right now.
Yep, and Luke going to take over the lead. He's trying to bring Cody Miller and Terrell Baker with him. All 3 of them have cleared Anthony Emery, but they're not coming down the hill. Man, what's going on? Cody Miller stays high. Terrell stays high. They're not done passing yet. Lafaro going to get quick. Oh, no! Anthony Emery. Oh, my gosh.
That's Alec Daffin.
Oh, man, that tore up a bunch of cars. Let's go back here and check out and see. It was something Anthony Emery did there. I'm not sure if it was him or he got tagged in the back or what happened, but we're going to check this out as the freight train was going by him.
Yeah, that was, who was that, 19.
Brett Pancari.
That got into him.
Okay, he's still hanging right here. They're going to the high side. Anthony Emery drifts up a little bit here, right coming out of 4. Oh, Anthony Emery come right up into Brett Pancari. Oh, I'm not sure if he didn't see him there or what, but... Oh, and Luke Lafaro. Oh, my gosh. Or Alec Daffin, excuse me. Alec Daffin just T-boned Anthony Emery right there.
Taylor Fry got some contact. A couple of guys went flying through the grass. Missed that.
Man, that was crazy right there.
John Williams.
Well, that puts Cody Miller. He is still the leader. Terrell Baker second. Brett Pancari. Now, Brett's got an awful lot of damage on that car. I don't know whether he's even going to make it the rest of this race or not. He's going to probably have to come down pit road and get that looked at.
I would think so. And, well, look who's in 4th right now. We haven't talked about Jared Darling at all.
Yeah. And Jared's got a clean car. You know why? Because he stayed in the back and stayed out of all them wrecks. He's coming in. He's going to top it off and get 4 fresh field goods on it and be ready to go out here and and show these guys how to win a race. I think that's what he's going to do.
These guys have shown that there is absolutely no safe place.
No,
on this
absolutely not. Well, I'm going to see if we can get Jared down here once he gets off the pit road.
That sounds good.
You want to talk to him?
Sure.
All right, waiting for him to come off the pit road here. He may be sitting there getting a little damage fixed up. I don't know.
I also might just be sitting here trying to be the last one off pit road and...
Yeah, could be. Well,
back again. Oh, there he goes.
Here he is.
Hey, Jared Darling, it's Taylor and Rudy in the booth. You got us?
Yeah, I got you.
Well, for the first beginning of this race, we didn't really talk about you much because we weren't really seeing you up in the front, but you've been dodging the wrecks out there. How's your pulse rate?
I honestly cannot believe how aggressive some people have been in this race. It's, you know, we still got 25 to go, and there's just been a lot of crazy moves I've been watching from the back of the pack. Not really sure why everyone's racing so wild, but it's making a lot of people fall out of the race, and when it's actually time to go, it might not be too hard to steal a win here. So just kind of waiting. Honestly, I can get to the front easily if I want to. I don't want to right now because people are racing pretty crazy.
Well, I'll tell you what, when you actually decide that it's time to go, you've got one of the cleanest cars out here, if maybe not the cleanest. So I feel like you can... Well, when do you think is the best time to turn the heat up and make your move towards the front?
With cautions, with iRacing, you know, ending under yellow, probably 10 to go. It's probably the best time because if a caution comes out with like 5 laps to go and you wait till then, you know, you obviously are done.
Then you're out of luck.
Probably 10 to go is the best time. I'm still going to ride it out. I'm actually trying to watch the finish of this Xfinity race while I drive, so that's fun. And so
there you go.
Yeah, we're just waiting right now still. It's a lot of crazy wrecks going on.
Well, it's certainly entertaining for me and Rudy to call and for our viewers to watch. So, well,
oh
good
yeah,
luck
you guys
out
are
there.
having a hell of a show. Yeah.
Yeah, you're not kidding.
Yeah, it's been entertaining, Jared.
Yeah, but yeah, with 10 to go, watch that one car. We'll be going to the front.
That sounds good. We'll watch for 10 to go and see how far up you can get. Well, good luck out there.
All right, thank you.
Yeah, I wish I could watch the Xfinity race and drive at the same time without having that kind of issue.
Well, I have multiple skills, but I don't know about doing that. Yeah. I just don't know about that. I mean, they are at Texas today, and you know, ooh, man, it could be. I don't know.
I got to watch the beginning of it before we came on live, and that was,
me too.
That was quite as eventful as we're seeing here. Don't recall, but I'm not sure. Did Jared get any stage points? I'm not sure where he was.
I'm not sure. I think he was just inside the top 10, but I don't know that for a fact.
Yeah, we're gonna have to wait for the points to be tallied. So we got 18 cars still in the lead lap. Anthony Emery, after that crash, has disconnected from the server.
Yeah, there's another position that in 8 laps, Charles Grant Jr. can get that position away from him, but Charles still sitting on pit road too. Alec Daffin, Jarrett Liebert, John Barry's on pit road, Jared Darling. These guys, I don't know if they're just trying to get, you know, that least little tiny bit of damage fixed up or what deal is there, but Jared's off of pit road now. Poor Alec Daffin, he's been like a punching bag out here today. He's been in about every wreck I think there was. So
yeah, and Taylor Fry as well. I mean, that's about the 4th one he's gotten some kind of involvement in.
All right, they should get the one to go here, but that doesn't mean they will. I mean, iRacing's been kind of fooling me on some of these because I've usually got them timed out pretty good and thinking they're going to get the one to go, and they go around another lap or two. So, you know, it's kind of weird.
Yeah, the server kind of is goofy sometimes.
Yep. Driver interview with Noah Lewis. Christopher Potter went. Well, let's see. Okay, we got the one to go. It's going to have to be a really quick one here. Noah Lewis, you got a copy?
Hello?
Noah, Christopher wanted us to get an interview in with you really quick here, but it's going to have to be really quick. How's the car for you?
It's crazy that we're back on the lead lap. I wasn't expecting it, so really happy that it's back on the lead lap and been able to get through quite a few wrecks here. So just hoping that we can salvage a little damage to the right, to the back and right, but once we're in the draft, we're pretty good.
Very good, very good. All right, well, I'm going to let you go. I just wanted to talk to you real quick. He wanted me to ask you how you were doing out there. So good luck for the rest of the race and bring home a win or even at least a top 10.
Yeah, let's just finish, man. Thank you so much for the shout out to him for watching.
All right, brother. All right.
Like we said, that he was 2 laps down at the beginning of this race for missing the start, and here he is. A restart in 11th position.
Old Custer won the Xfinity race? Oh.
How about that? And that means he's in the championship race now.
Yeah. Cool.
Was he? I'm not sure if he was eliminated last week or not, or 2 weeks ago. Well, we know what he did at Homestead last year. He completely destroyed the field, so.
Well, Terrell Baker on the outside of the front row here, looking to try to get a win, maybe do a clean sweep here tonight. He started 18th, won the first stage, running in second right now, and we're going to have 14 to go at the line here, folks. So get him going, Taylor.
I hate to be that guy, but 24 to go. All right, we got Cody Miller, Tyrell Baker leading the field. Miller restarting on the inside lane. He has Luke LaFaro behind him. Joseph Lombard behind Baker. We put lap 56 on the board. There's the green. Miller doesn't get the best of starts. Tyrell pulls away a little bit. See if he drops down to that bottom.
He does, Cody. Yeah,
he wants to, and there he goes.
Wow, what a jump he took right there and got that start. That's pretty awesome.
I'm not sure what happened to Cody right there.
Yeah, Lombard, he comes down to the bottom in front of Luke LaFaro, and boy, a lot of these guys have got damage back here, folks. You know, you got to kind of think about how much that damage is slowing some of these guys down, but staying in the draft's going to be very, very vital for these guys to be able to maintain. Aaron Smith up on the high side, nobody working with him. And it looks like his car's pretty clean. You'd think somebody would want to jump up there and work with him.
Well, he drops in line at about 6th position in front of Max Neuwirth. Now about the top. Well, here we go. That's,
Will Klein pulls out. Aaron Smith along with him. And they know that them guys right there on the bottom, if they can get by Luke LaFaro and Joseph Lombard, they do have quite a bit of damage on their car. And even Terrell Baker and Cody Miller got a little bit of damage, you know, but they're... Yeah, with them out front like that, it's really kind of giving them a little bit of an edge right here. Will Klein. Oh, Cody Miller comes up in front of him. 3 wide.
Lost him. Here comes Will Klein around both of them, along with
Yes, sir.
Smith. Now here comes Lombard. He's going to give Baker a push.
Man, I'm telling you, that was pretty crazy. Crazy move by Cody Miller right there. And Will Klein to the front. This will be his first time that he's come up to the front. Aaron Smith on the outside, Cody Miller working with him. I'm not sure who's going to lead it at the line here. Aaron Smith just might if he can get a good run there, get a good push by Cody Miller. And yes, Aaron Smith leads his first lap of the race.
200ths of a second. He drops down to the bottom, leaves Cody Miller out there.
Yeah, Cody says, hey, I got you there. Why'd you dump me off?
This is how it goes around here.
Yeah, it does.
Wow. Look at him slice to the bottom.
Wow, man. I'm telling you, these guys are really getting crazy right now. They're, you know, it's closing in. And you heard what Jared Darling said. When he gets inside 10 to go, he's going to drop the hammer. Here he sits in 11th place. He wants to try to pull out the win here tonight. He's riding along behind Hunter Johnson. Hunter's got quite a bit of damage, so I'm sure right now Jared Darling's probably lifting a lot. Max Newarth coming from 23rd today, folks. Almost dead last on the field.
Oh, man, look at
and
this.
Running in ninth.
Baker and Miller again.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Noah Lewis and John Barry up on the third lane trying to make it work.
And it's getting pretty crazy. Aaron Smith comes over in front, and man, I'm telling you what, that opened the bottom back up. Cody Miller to the high side. Getting a huge shove by, oh my gosh, again he drops it clear to the bottom row.
Oh, that's going to cost Noah Lewis, though.
It sure did.
Oh, caution.
We got a caution. Elijah Gracia. Let's go see what happened to Elijah here. Could have been a stealth spin or bumper hook, probably.
Daniel Falkingham.
Oh, no. Oh, yeah, him and...
Get on Daniel, but that's the third driver he's spun today.
Well, you know, the cars are so damaged out here, and, you know, you just don't know. With the damage on the nose of his car and the damage on the back of Elijah's car, how do you make a good straight-on contact? And right there, yeah, that's where it was. He did spin him. Man, I'm telling you. Yeah, that's...
Doesn't take much.
That's 3 marks on Daniel today. Ching-ching!
Well, luckily,
right.
Elijah didn't get any additional damage on that.
Well, let's take a look at the cautions we've had here today, real quick, folks. One of them being a stage caution, but actually they used one of the cautions for the stage, so we've technically had 7 cautions here today for 20 laps. So a quarter of the race, well, take that back, 20 laps out of 60 have been under caution.
Yeah, it's a third of the race.
Third of the race, yep. All right. 20 to go. Going to be 19 to go at the line here. And who do we want to talk to now? You know who I want to talk to? Aaron Smith.
Sounds good. Let's bring him into the booth.
Yes, sir. Aaron Smith, you got a copy.
I got you.
Aaron, man, what a run you've been having here today. You're second on the grid right now. You kind of got dumped off there on the outside. I hope you did a little chewing out there by Cody Miller for dumping you off like that. But what's the racing going on out there? What's going on?
Well, we've lost a lot of good cars in those wrecks we had earlier, but up here we're having some pretty good fun. And we still have a lot of powerful cars left out here, so it should be a pretty fun race from here on out.
Oh, yeah, very, very. Well, I don't know where you finished in the stage, if you got any bonus points out of that, but you led a couple laps here today, so you've got some bonus points there. So I think you're just probably hoping for to come out of here finishing ahead of a few drivers, aren't you? And maybe pick up a position or two in the points to keep yourself eligible for the chase, correct?
Definitely. If there's any place I've got a chance to win at, it's here, so hopefully it plays out well for us.
Well, I don't know. I watch you race, Aaron. I think you're pretty good about everywhere. I haven't seen any tracks that you're not.
Thank you.
Seriously. But all right, we'll let you go. Stay focused on it, brother. Bring home a win here today. It'd be great to see you in victory lane.
Heck yeah, man. Thank you.
All right.
Yeah, I second that. Aaron, he's pretty good a lot of places besides here. And,
he sure is.
It's very important for him to get a good finish here. Again, one of those guys, he's 9th in points coming into the night. And wants to make sure he's above that cutoff line for sure. Some breathing space, because only 2 races left after tonight.
Yeah, in the regular season.
The regular season,
then they start into the chase. All right, 5 more laps, and Charles Grant Jr. will pick up 19th position. And he's been back on pit road, folks, to get some damage fixed up because he was caught up in that. A couple of them cautions, so he's got more damage on the car. You get down here a little closer, and you can see the damage that he does have on that car. It's actually quite a bit of damage on the nose of it, so that's That's definitely not going to make it very fast out there. But if he can stay in the draft, and, you know, he's really got nothing to worry about. He can pick up one more position. But beyond that, unless a big one happens right now, it takes out of a lot of drivers. His chances of picking up many more positions than that are pretty slim. So, Cody Miller, pretty clean car. Aaron Smith, his car, he had just a tick of damage on it, nothing major. Joseph Lombard trying to nurse his car home here for maybe a podium finish. He's got quite a bit of damage on him. Take a look at his car here on the other side. You'll see it. The Lombard Bros Gaming car with some pretty heavy damage on that right front. Now, the rest of the car don't look bad. He's got a little bit on the left front, and that's where it's really critical, too, Taylor, is that front, you know, to keep the car clean, you know. Noah Lewis, got a little bit on the right front, nothing major. Terrell Baker, we've seen him get into a couple altercations out there, but he's still been very fast. The Aquafina car is looking pretty good. Luke LaFaro, he's been the punching bag out here today, been in a lot of accidents. Max Neuwirth,
these guys been the punching bag.
Oh, yeah, Max Neuwirth, he's got some nose damage. Hunter Johnson, his car was tore up pretty bad earlier. John Barry, now John's one of the cleanest cars out here. He's kept that car just absolutely spotless today. I don't think he's got a mark on it running the Nork paint job. And Jared Darling's another one. He's been keeping his car pretty clean. So we're going to watch those two, see if they can't get hooked up together and march their way to the front. 11th place, Taylor Fry. Man, he was tore up from the floor up earlier, and he's got a lot of nose damage on that. Same way with Sean Williams, Elijah Gracia. Now, Jarrett Liebert was in an accident earlier, got the damage fixed up on pit road. Don't look all that bad right now. We'll see how fast he can be. Will Klein was up there in the front, almost leading some laps earlier, got spun, that dreaded bumper hook. Alec Daffin, he has got heavy damage on the 88. He's been in a couple altercations today. And Daniel Falkingham, he's not our points leader yet, but he is second in the points. He's going to come in pit road here, I think, one more time and see if he can't get some damage fixed up. Brett Poncari, he's been caught up in a major one, and he's still trying to see if he can't pull out a great finisher tonight. But all right, looks like I think we're about getting ready to go green here. Yeah, the lights go off on the pace car, so 1 to go here at Talladega. We're going to have 16 laps to go to finish this up.
Once again, keep an eye on the lap 70 range, because that's when Jared Darling, that's when he said he's going to put the hammer down and go to the front. And I would think that he would want to work with somebody who has a clean car like John Barry.
Exactly, and those two are in they are in a team channel here in TeamSpeak. So I would say probably they're planning on working together. That would be my guess. It's just an educated guess there, but just a guess.
So 18 cars on the lead laps, and a lot can change here in 16 laps, as we've seen already. The first 64 laps.
Falkingham way back in 18th position, not where he wants to be at all, but with all that damage on his car, we'll have to see if maybe he can keep up with Brett Poncari and Will Klein and those guys, and they could pack up there with all them damaged cars and get the fastest guy out front of them. And maybe hang on to the draft of the field. They surely don't want to go a lap down now. And there is enough laps left that they could go a lap down.
If they're unable to keep the pace. And I mean, can you imagine this right now, as the running order, as we see it right now, Falkingham, he has led a lap today, but he only has gained, I believe, 3 points on Charles Grant Jr. after all that's been going on.
Yep. All right, here we go. Pace car going to make that hard left turn one more time here. Going to be restarting on lap 16. Cody Miller in command of this restart. Aaron Smith on the outside. And here we go. Man, I don't know. They're gonna wind them up here. They're really starting to tighten up the field now. Anticipation is heating up here just a little bit. John Barry trying to figure out what he's got to do here to get by all these guys. He's got a clean car. And green is back out. Here we go. Wind them up, boys. Green, green, green.
Miller, he's getting a little gap ahead of Joseph Lombard. Luke LaFaro drops down, and that leaves Lewis and Smith up there on the outside. Now Lombard's starting to work the bumper at Cody Miller a little bit.
He sure is. He's got a good pusher there. Terrell Baker giving him a good shove. But these guys have got to be very careful. You don't want to be pushing too much, because if Terrell would actually get in there and push on Joseph Lombard right now, they would kind of get that, what I like to call like a sandwich effect. And the guy in the middle usually gets punted off of the track. So you got to be very, very careful doing that. And Lombard to the outside in front of Aaron Smith. He has not led a lap today. He's got a pretty good run. Cody Miller on the bottom. Let's see what they can do here. And
I believe he got 1,000th of a second.
Oh my gosh, I'm telling you, so close, but yet so far. John Barry coming up behind these guys might be a little bit of help. Max Neuwirth comes over in front of John Barry. Blinking. Oh, man, that's something you don't want to see in a driver right there, man. You do not want to see somebody blinking like that right in front of you.
Aaron Smith also blinked a little bit.
Oh, yeah, he is blinking. Lombard. That's gonna hurt Joseph, because when they blink like that, they kind of lose aero push, you know?
Yeah, look at Max Neuwirth.
Oh, my gosh, these guys.
Lombard.
Yes, he did. Luke LaFaro.
Peeking outside, but he tucks back in line.
You just kind of wonder if Cody Miller and Terrell Baker got something planned up here. Terrell might be just planning on pushing Cody to the win, and both of them get some excellent points out of this. But that's not Terrell Baker's way. He won the stage. He wants to win the race too.
Yeah, we should know better that Tyrell Baker, he's not going to settle for second if he can help it. But here comes John Barry up the middle.
Now, we were waiting to see when Jared Darling said he was going to make his move inside the 10 to go. We're still not quite at 10 to go, and he's sitting back here in danger of losing the draft. I'm going to say he is, because he does not have anybody behind him help him push. So he's just
at the back end of this pack.
Yeah, Joseph gets shuffled back to 10th. And boy, they're getting pretty gutsy up here now. John Barry up the middle behind Terrell Baker. Getting a good push here from Max Neuwirth. He goes 3 wide over in front of Will Klein. And dumps off Terrell Baker and John Barry to the lead. Holy smokes. Is he going to come all the way down a hill? He does. Man. Down in front of Cody Miller.
Will Klein, well, we're going to say that cost him, but he's going to slide in behind Tyrell Baker.
Now Cody Miller goes to the outside in front of Terrell Baker, and man, I don't know. John would really like to lead a lap here and get a bonus point, but Cody Miller's been pretty fast on that outside, and I think Cody led that lap.
Yep, by 0.005 of a second.
Oh my gosh, I'm telling you. John not going to give up, though. He's on the bottom. Luke LaFaro right behind him. If Luke had a little bit better car, you know, not so much damage on that car, he could actually be pushing John a little bit more than that, and they could probably clear Cody Miller and Terrell Baker. But with that little damage that Luke LaFaro's got right now, Max Neuwirth behind him, both of those cars with a little damage, they can't really get up there and push John that much. But I'll tell you what, that car that does not have any damage on it right now, John Barry, he's proven that he is just enough faster than those guys, even though he's got guys behind him pushing him that got damage. And he leads that lap finally.
I believe that's the first lap he's led all day.
Yes, sir, it is. And Will Klein
coming up on 10 to go this time. Looking back at Jared Darling, that's when he said he's going to go. He's right on the back bumper of Joseph Lombard.
Yeah, we'll go back here and ride with Jared Darling. He is coming to 10 to go this time, and he said that's when he was going to make his move. So let's see what he does here, 10 to go. Goes to the outside. He's got a little faster car than Lombard, I think, right now. But whether he can get up here and draft with these guys, oh my gosh, and he picks it up a ton. Look at this. Oh, he's going to go by Noah Lewis. And he comes up on the back there of Jarrett Liebert.
Happened to Noah Lewis. He got spun right there.
Oh, he did.
No caution, though. He's down on the apron all by himself.
Oh, no. Noah Lewis. Oh, my gosh. Oh, that's too bad. Well, he comes back up on the track. He'll be able to get going again, but that is a heartbreaker for Noah after having such a great run here today. Golly, that's going to put him clear back in 16th, 17th position.
Yeah, that's too bad.
Yeah.
Come back he had. Oh, look at Jared trying to make the middle work.
He is. He's working at it. Luke LaFaro still in it.
Oh, these guys are going to be coming up on a slower car not too long from now.
Well, we're at 9 to go. We're 3. Oh, Cody Miller! Oh, Cody!
In it.
Oh my gosh!
Smith.
Oh, golly! Let's go. Let's go back and see what happened here. I think Cody got spun or something there. He got hooked. We'll see here in just a second. I think. Yeah, Terrell Baker right behind him.
Well, John Berry, he was extremely lucky there.
Oh, yeah.
Contact, but he kept it straight, and he's going to be in the lead with this restart.
Now, this is right about here's where it happened. In the corners, and seeing that's why pushing into corners is so dreadful. John got into the side of him, and that's the first damage John has got today. But it wasn't that much. It was just kind of like more of a push than it was a hit. But poor Cody Miller and Terrell Baker, Will Klein, oh my gosh, all these guys going to get involved in this. This is horrible news for these guys. Man, I'm telling you.
Well, like we've been talking about, I mean, when you get onto that left rear bumper, it just pushes that car around.
I know. Aaron Smith, I don't know how he skinnied through that. It's a little ghosting.
A little bit, but yeah, he's lucky he doesn't have much damage, especially compared to some of these other guys.
All right, well, John Berry's still going to hold on to the lead. Let me see if we can get down here and take a look at the damage on his car now. Just a little bit on that right front, nothing major, where he did a little bit of a shove there on the car. It wasn't a hit. It was just kind of like a push.
Yeah, kind of just like a pushing your way through.
So I don't really think that's going to affect his car all that much as far as speed. I think, all the cars behind him, if you look at everybody behind him, have got major damage on their cars.
Except for Jared Darling.
Yeah, Jared Darling skinnied through all that without any damage.
He's going to be, well, Jared Lieber comes to pit road. Max Newworth comes to pit. Yeah, he's going to be second on this restart.
Yeah, I don't think I would have come to pit road right now because, look what it's doing up here with these guys. Joseph Lombard with damage third, Sean Williams in fourth, Daniel Falkingham fifth, Hunter Johnson sixth. All these guys have got damage. Alec Daffin, Noah Lewis, he's going to stay out on that. Max Newworth. Yeah, a lot of cars back here have got damage on them. So with John Berry and Jared Darling up in the front, I would say unless we have another caution or a bumper hook, I'm going to have to say probably John Berry might be coming home with the win here today.
Well, I mean, at this point, I think it's still anybody's race at this point.
Oh yeah. Well, let me see here. John Berry, you got a copy?
Yes, I do, Rudy.
John, I don't want to jinx you, brother, but man, I'm telling you what, that was a really, really close call.
Yeah, I was just chilling right inside and I see Cody's car just, to my right sideways, and I hit him, but Jared told me he checked the car, doesn't see any damage, so I guess the car is good. So, I don't know, we'll see what happens here. I know there's a lot of cars behind me that are destroyed. I think it's me and Jared here.
Yeah, I think it's going to come down to you and Jared out there, like two of the only cars. Jared, I don't think's got any damage, and you just got the minute amount there on that right front corner. So I think it's going to come down to you two battling it out here for the end. So now you guys have been you stayed in the back there for most of the race. You kept your cars clean, and you kept it right to where you need it right now to put the hammer down and pull away. So with the damage you got, I don't think that's going to be a problem, John. I think you guys might be able to do it. So now if it comes down to you and Jared at the end, what are you going to do? Block them?
Well, that's the thing with these cars. The suck up on them is so huge, and you get turned really easy from bumper hooks.
Yeah, we've been seeing that.
Yeah, I might throw a move, but it's one of those things like I gotta be careful how much room, move I throw, as long as I don't wreck myself.
Right. Well, we've seen Cody Miller take some chances earlier, man. He would go from the top, clear to the top of the track, clear to the bottom, and you could barely put a piece of paper between them. I don't know how he managed to do that and got it down in front of. We've seen him do it on Terrell Baker a couple times. And, I mean, that's some crazy driving out there, but he did it. So, all right, well, John, we're going to wish you the best of luck out there. Try to bring home the win. Congrats on getting the point here after starting 19th. So, good luck out here the rest of the race.
All right, thank you, Rudy.
Yes, sir. All right, John Barry leading. And, it took him the whole race to get up here into the lead, and look where he's at now. That's great.
And that's going to be one heck of a finish.
Well, the thing of it is, if a caution comes out now, the race will be over. Because we're probably going to be at 4 to go when they get the green. Let's take a look here real quick here. Cautions, 8 cautions. Wow, that's a lot of cautions. But it is super speedway racing. And,
that.
Yeah, and we heard the guys saying that, man, everybody was driving so aggressively out here today.
And I don't expect that to let up at all.
When you're driving,
it's only going to be a 4-lap shootout.
Yep. When you're driving aggressive, I mean, there's a time to drive aggressively, and there's a time to, ride for a little while, and that's what I always say. And I'm always one of them guys. I like to ride in the back. I give myself about a 3 or 4 second buffer from that front pack, and just kind of ride for a while and see how things iron out up there in the front. And when you get down to 20 to 30 to go, then I'll start moving myself up to get up into the front pack. That's where you kind of want to be for the end. Yeah, that's Hunter Johnson in the number 12. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Hunter Johnson. Running in the 6th place right now, but he's got a lot of damage on that car. Somebody in chat asking if that was Hunter. Yes, it is. He was up there battling earlier, trying to get trying to lead, and just didn't quite get to the lead. Close, but no cigar. It was close.
Now let's see if they get one to go this time. The lights go out on the pace car, so this will be a 4-lap shootout to decide it here at Talladega.
And John's going to start on the outside, leaving the bottom to Jared Darling. I don't even know what to think about that right now. John Barry led lap. Jared Darling has not led a lap yet today. But what he's looking for, he wants to lead that last one.
That's the only one that matters.
That's right. At this point, yes. Only one that matters. You don't have to lead them all. All you got to do is lead that last one.
Because I believe, correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe Cody Miller is wrapped up going to lead the most laps.
Yeah, I believe so. Let's go back here and take a look. He's led 27 laps today. Yeah, I don't think anybody's led any more than that.
Maybe Tyrell Baker, but I'm not sure.
Terrell has only led 15.
All right, so yeah, looks like that's kind of all said and done. But
yep. Get them going one last time. This will be it right here. This will be the last time that the pace car's on the track.
Yep, it's going to be 4 laps, and again, John Barry choosing to start on the outside, with Jared Darling to his inside.
I don't know. You
Lombard and Williams. Sorry, Ray, go ahead.
You think we're going to see another caution?
I wouldn't be surprised. I'll put it that way.
Me neither. Yeah, these guys are going to be driving over their heads right now. I've got a lot of damaged cars out there, so they can't push very good.
I mean, you think we've seen some wild, crazy action? Just tighten your seatbelts, folks, because here we go.
Well, there they go. They go together. Those two are in team speak together, and they're going to get a huge pull away. Sean Williams in third, and Green is back out. Man, Lombard back to fourth.
I'm sure the rest of the field was not anticipating that at all.
Nope. I was kind of expecting them to do something like that.
I was too, but I mean, the rest of the field just, I guess it kind of caught them napping a little bit.
Yep. Well, and with having no damage on their cars, they're going to be super fast out here. And even though they got guys working together back here, it's going to be difficult for them to reel them in up here, especially with only 3 to go at the line this time by.
The only question I have is, if Jared Darling waits till the last lap, will that motor hang on without getting too hot?
Yeah, well, I'm sure
at this point he might not care.
Yeah, I'm sure he's probably ducking out there every now and then, getting a little bit of air in that radiator. It doesn't take a whole lot. You can kind of, what we used to do back in, oh boy, look at this run Sean Williams just got. Holy smokes.
And now Jared Darling jumps up in front of him, and he might go to the lead.
Yeah.
Oh, here comes Hunter Johnson on the back bumper.
Oh!
Sideways.
Man, you don't want to be doing that there, Hunter. Wow, that was close.
Look at Noah Lewis.
He could wreck out the whole field. We could have a big finish back here. Coming to 2 to go this time by John Barry, Jared Darling, battling side by side.
I mean the bump drafting is just gonna get, the bumps are gonna be harder yet. Unfortunately, that might cause a problem here, but here they come, 5 cars.
Hunter Johnson. Oh, Hunter Johnson, a bump there from Joseph Lombard.
2 to go.
Hunter saved it, though. Boy, that could have been really bad, too. That would have took all 5 of them out right there, probably. Great run on the inside. John Barry, Hunter Johnson, Joseph Lombard clearing Jared Darling. And Jared was out there by himself. Whoa, they're getting all crazy up here. Oh, Hunter Johnson.
Lewis. He's going to be stuck on the outside by himself.
Oh, my gosh. Look at this. Hunter Johnson to the lead for the first time today. Yes. Joseph Lombard just pushing the back bumper clear up into the driver's seat, folks. I'm telling you. He's saying, hang on, Hunter, because I'm taking you to the front.
Oh, here they come. This is it. White flag is in the air.
Yep. And going to the outside, here comes Noah Lewis. 1 lap to go.
Joseph Lombard not able to stay hooked up to the back of Noah Lewis.
Jared Darling, second. Is he going to be able to pull out here and race John Barry for the win? Noah Lewis is sitting right there.
He's got to give Barry a big shove going into turn 3 and then try to slingshot him here in the tri-oval.
Oh, and boy, Joseph Lombard trying to fit it in there. He does fit it in there in front of Hunter Johnson. Those guys really don't have the momentum or the speed.
He's going to pull to the outside. He gets blocked.
Oh, yeah, here we go.
Gets blocked again.
Yep. And
it's going to be a photo.
Oh, it's going to be
contact.
Bumping and banging. Oh, my gosh. I don't know if who got second on that, but John Barry.
Darling got second by 1,000th of a second.
Holy.
They're crashing, but John Barry gets the win.
Woo, man, I'm telling you, that was so good right there at the very end. That was amazing, man. Now, let me see if we can go back here and check this out one last time, folks, while we're waiting on the guys to catch their breath here, okay?
Along with us, too.
Yeah, along with us, yeah. But John Barry does win it at the line. Now watch this fantastic finish here. He's starting to block a little bit on Jared Darling. Darling goes to the inside trying to block Noah Lewis. And Noah goes to the inside. They're bumping and banging off of each other, him and Jared Darling. And right here at the line, let's see if we can get a good screenshot here of them at the line. It's going to be John Barry. All right. And Jared Darling
beat him by 1,000th of a second right there.
Oh my gosh, I am telling you. Incredible. That was crazy. That was a great finish. All right, well, we're going to get these guys down here real quick. We got to get them all in the booth here with us because that was pretty amazing finish right there, guys. Well, John, man, what a finish. You know, you come from the back of the field, John. Tell us about that finish and what it meant to you to hold off them guys.
Well, me and Jared, we had planned there on the start to count down and go, try to get away from the field because we thought those guys with the damage that we'd be able to pull away from them.
Yeah.
And they caught us a lot quicker than I thought they would. And it was a battle. Jared took a top, I took the bottom. And just that last lap there, I was just trying to do my best to force Jared onto the bottom line to get a car to his outside because I know he was the car I had to beat because he was the only one that didn't have damage.
Yeah.
So I was able to keep him forced down the bottom for 1-2. Then he cleared, I think it was Alex Staffen on back stretch. I saw him backing up going on turn 3, like, oh, here it comes the move. So I just had time to block coming off 4. And after that, just time to block and throw it back down bottom, just hope for the best. Since we have a car flying in the air in front of me here. but yeah, I was just doing my best, just trying to hang on, not get bumper hooked, and I didn't. So here we are in victory lane.
I know it. That was pretty amazing. Well, you didn't lead a lot of laps today because we were talking about that. You know, you and Jared stayed way in the back to stay out of the problems there. You did get that tick of damage on the right front corner there on that last caution, but it didn't seem to affect the speed of it any. The car seemed pretty fast up front. Now, I don't know, you know, how much you would have been able to push somebody, but, you know, it was pretty fast in the front being pushed. So you bring home the win here today. What's this mean to you here, grabbing a win at Talladega?
Oh, well, this is, you know, one of my favorite tracks. I've been to this track in real life 3 times. It's one of my favorite tracks is watching racing, being racing at it. So, also another thing too, where I kind of missed a lot of the races at the start of the season. I kind of needed the points getting into the chase, or playoffs, or it's called in this series. So, I'm not really necessarily sure what the rules are in this series to get into the chase, but I know winning today definitely helps in the points wise. So.
Right.
Hopefully keep this momentum up and make it into the playoffs.
Heck yeah, man. Well, yeah, you came into today 19th in the points, 182 points back, but we had some guys here that weren't here today. We had some guys that finished kind of poorly. So you may have a shot at it. I wouldn't give up hopes yet. So, you know, we still got 2 more races to go yet before the chase starts. So, all right, well, congratulations to you on the win today, John. Anybody you want to thank?
Yeah, I would just like to, thank Jared for working with me the whole race. We were pretty much next to each other the majority of the race and able to finish 1-2. That was pretty awesome. I'd like to thank all the other North drivers that were in the race. Joseph, Aaron Smith, Cody, Daniel Hockenham, Sean, TCB, Elijah, Will, Emery, Keem Jones, all those guys who race in North who, help make that league what it is. And this is actually the debut for the North car, so I'm glad that I bring it home with the W. Hopefully that means it's a good luck car.
Heck yeah.
I like to thank Joseph for putting on this league too. I mean, I've been wanting to have something fun to do on the weekends because my weekends are the only time I have off. And this league fills a gap of wanting to race on weekends. So I'm really glad he put this league together.
Heck yeah, man. I kind of look at it as like, and don't take this the wrong way, but I kind of look at it as Nork 2. With the number 2, Nork 2. Because,
drivers, they're about the same. So, yeah, I can see that.
Yeah. I mean, you guys all race together, at Nork, and then you all race together here. And, so it's kind of cool. It's kind of cool. So, all right, we'll go celebrate that win, John, and we'll see you back here next week and see if you can keep that march forward on the points.
Well, if I do, thank you, Rudy.
All right, sir. All right, Taylor, you got second?
Yes, I do. Jared Darling, just that little bit, just barely lost there to John Barry, but what a finish. Talk about that plan you and John had on that restart, because it looked good for a little while, but then once those guys like Donner Johnson and Joseph Lombard caught you guys, I was a little bit kind of saying, ooh, this might not work out, but it was just enough.
Yeah, we definitely were working together there at the end, and I did exactly what I told you. I waited to the end and got to the front.
Yep, that's right.
And yeah, they did catch it because I knew everybody in the field was basically destroyed besides me and John, so I figured we had a really good opportunity there. And I mean, we still ended up like that, but as far as me getting the win, yeah, they did catch us a lot quicker than I thought, so I made my move to the outside because I knew they had a run coming. And I just didn't have the help that he had on the bottom there. Even you know, with them being damaged, them being on the bottom pushing him is gonna be faster than me by myself. So I didn't really have any help on the top. And then the last lap there, you know, I just was waiting till off 4, and he put a pretty good block on me. That was a nice move. And then I tried to cut back, and he blocked that. And then when I went to the outside, just didn't have enough track to get ahead of him. So at least we got 1-2 working together all race and avoiding all the carnage and getting a 1-2. So that's pretty cool.
Yeah, it certainly was a heck of a show you guys put on. Like Rudy was talking about with John, like you're 17th in points right now. But this run today could help you quite a bit as far as possibly squeaking into that top 12 come playoff time.
Yeah, it's a good point today, but over here I'm not full-time anyway, and I don't really like these races. Just kind of, if I'm, you know, got nothing going on, I'm gonna come race. But you know, Saturdays I'm kind of doing stuff a lot. If I would love to race this league full-time, but just Saturdays aren't really a good day for me. So when I can race over here, it's always fun to race with everybody and look to win every race or try to, you know, battle for the win, and we did that today. So it was fun. It was fun trying to avoid all the wrecks and working together there with John at the end, good friend of mine. So I'm glad he got the win at least if I can't do it.
Yeah, it was sure stuck to your word there quite a bit. Before we let you go,
where'd you go?
Watches in chat, and then I gotta do this. Oh yeah, shout out to John Barry for the win. Good for him. And shout out to my boy Cody Lamas in the chat watching. There's your shout out, buddy. All right.
Oh. There you go. Well, congratulations on your runner-up finish, and hope to maybe see you back next week. And Birdie standing by with Noah Lewis, our third-place driver. He had a up-and-down day, that's for sure.
Yeah, Noah, you got a copy?
Yeah, Birdie, I think I'm still shaking, though.
Oh, my gosh, I'm telling you, what a finish right there. You lose second place by 1/1000th of a second over Jared Darling. Oh, my gosh, that was crazy. That you took it down to the bottom thinking maybe you could get that little bit of a pull off of John Barry, and then when it come to the line, you separated out the three of you. Tell me about the door banging there you and Jared Darling were doing.
Yeah, man, I want to first off give props to those guys for racing it out clean there. But coming to the line, all I could see was a small gap, and I was like, I got to shoot for it. I got to shoot for that win. And racing here full time for this season and trying to get into that playoffs. I think I'm 1 point out or one position out right now for the playoffs, so this will really help out for that hope. But yeah, oh my goodness, I saw the little bit of opening and I had to put my nose through there, and I knew that was I wasn't thinking about it, but I know that had to be a good finish for you guys to see have kind of the line too wide like that. But oh my gosh, big props to those guys right there for racing it out clean.
Sure. Okay. Well, I don't know. I think I might be having some internet problems here or something. But anyhow, congratulations to you, Noah. That was one heck of a race, man. You kept the car semi-clean. I mean, you had a couple little, altercations there, but nothing major. But you brought it up here. You stayed into the top 5 when the time mattered. Coming down to the end of the race, you bring home a 3rd place. So who you got to thank for that?
Well, first of all, I want to thank Joseph for putting this thing on. I want to thank you guys for being up in the booth, and then those guys for racing it out clean there. That was a blast. Joseph almost tried to cost me a chance at this one by spinning me around on purpose. No, I'm just joking. But no, he that was pretty crazy to be to be able to come back from that and to restart 8th and salvage a top 3 podium finish. I also want to give a shout out to my friend Christopher out there watching. He's always out there and supporting MaxSpeedTV. So big thanks to him for tuning in and coming to see me race.
All right, Noah Lewis. Well, thank you. Congratulations again. And man, I can't wait to see what you're going to do next week, man. This every little bit's going to help, and I know you're going to be racing the wheels off of that thing to try to get into the points. So, good luck next week. All right,
thank you.
Thank you, sir. Yes, sir. I know we don't normally do it, but let's talk to Joseph Lombard. He did finish 4th with that totally damaged up car. Joseph, tell us about some of the racing out there. Do you feel better now that you got a top 4 out of this?
Oh, this was a definite need of a good finish. Unfortunately, I didn't have too much power to pull off a win, but you know what, a 4th place finish coming out of this, especially after a carnage kind of race this has been. I'll talk about the positives first. Shout out to John Berry first off for getting the win. He was very strong. He really wasn't leading at all until the final several laps, and he held them off. He came, probably one of the cleanest cars out there, and Jared Darlington, Noah Lewis, shouts to them. And I just didn't have the car enough after getting involved in that one big crash, which in that crash, I was thankful that I did hit the wall when I was trying to avoid it when they came up in front of me, but I didn't hit too hard. I was a little bit underpowered because of it, but it wasn't going to affect me at all. As long as I stayed in the draft, I was going to be okay. But no, I needed this race. I needed this result,
you did.
really, especially, I finished up the stage 5th, which was good. Get some points there. Then, of course, finishing 4th here is definitely a good point because I was not too far from being on that cut line. But I will say, though, the racing was a little bit way too aggressive, in my opinion. I'm kind of a little disappointed that this race wasn't somewhat cleaner. I expected better from some of these guys. I know even though these cars are really bad with the bumper hooking at a restricted plate, I thought it should have still been a little bit better. And so I was kind of disappointed we ran under caution for a lot of that race. But somehow, Rudy, we did not. We got a little bit of damage, but it wasn't too serious. And like I said it this morning that I need a good result. I need to get either a top 5, top 10 finish, even if I don't get a win, and get some stage points. I did both just that today. So, I wish we had a shot for the win there. It looked like we did for a little bit, then just couldn't keep up in the last lap. But
I know you guys had that huge run. You and Hunter and Sean Williams, you had that huge run, and you were going for it. You guys had enough momentum built up. You were going to go for the lead right there, and then Jared cuts up in front of you guys and slowed that progression right up, man. That was, he had to do what he had to do to hold on to that, But, man, that was crazy.
Oh, absolutely. Every driver has one goal in this race, and that's to win. And especially this is a race where anybody can win. Jared had to do what he had to do, and I had to do what I had to do. Unfortunately, I just did not have enough of the car to compete to get that win. But 4th place is still really good. I almost cost Noah a top 5, a top 3, but I was squared onto his bumper going into turn 1. All of a sudden, he just turned, like I said, the bumper hooking with these cars is just ridiculous and stuff. And that's really what happened with Cody Miller and TCB and stuff. So,
the way I see that, though, Joseph, is that you saved both of us for being able to race to the finish there, because had that not happened, we could have easily been involved in that big old wreck before that late restart.
Oh yeah, absolutely. But no, but again, good run, Rudy. I needed this, and this makes me feel a lot better about going into next week, because I feel like I got a good amount of points for tonight's race, because I came in here 16 points to the good, but just getting these stage points really does help, and of course the result I got. So could have been a bad day, Rudy, but it turned out to be a good day, that's for sure.
Yeah, that's for sure. Well, I bet you when you got involved in that wreck, you probably thought, oh god, here we go again, my day's over.
Well, when that wreck happened, I was going to stay on the bottom lane the entire time, and then I thought, you know what, I'm going to go try the outside lane because that's really the line that's going. So I went up high, and as soon as I went up high, that's when they wrecked. And then I really got upset at myself at first because I'm like, I should just stay to the bottom lane. I always should stay to my gut feeling and not have second thoughts. So, but it's thankfully I didn't hit hard, and I only got a minute of damage, and thankfully it was mostly cosmetic. So. Still a good day, Rudy. You know, fourth place does feel good. It brings me confidence for next week for sure.
All right, brother. Well, who you got to thank for your fourth place, other than the drivers and stuff? I mean, it was a lot of cautions here, but a lot of lead changes. It was tough.
Yeah, I mean, Of course, I gotta give shout out to all the drivers that compete in my league and all the drivers that competed tonight. Like I said, I wish the racing wasn't that aggressive. There was, I would say a couple instances were unexcusable and disappointing.
8 cautions.
That we ran under caution for most of that race. But I know, of course, I can't put 100% blame on them. The bumper hooking, like I said, with these cars are so bad. So
wish they take that out. It's stupid.
Yeah, but we got Daytona, the second to last race coming up in the season, man. So we're gonna have to be facing that some more. But yeah, again, shout out to all these guys that do compete each and every race. It's really fun to race these guys, and of course, shout out to John Barry for winning the race again. And I'm really looking forward to going into Kentucky next week. And of course, in a matter of about a couple of weeks, Nork will start back. I'm ready to race again with some of these guys too. So, like I said, good day, Rudy. And I just can't. I'm just really happy about this fourth place finish.
All right, brother. Well, congrats on fourth, and we'll see you next week.
All right, thank you, Rudy. Take care.
All right, let's get up here, run down through the final results here, guys, and we'll get the heck out of here. Coming home with the win was John Barry. Jared Darling finishing second by 1/1000th of a second over Noah Lewis. Noah Lewis in third, Joseph Lombard fourth, Hunter Johnson fifth, Luke LaFaro sixth, Aaron Smith seventh, Jarrett Liebert will finish eighth, Max Neuert ninth, and Cody Miller rounds out the top 10. Taylor?
Coming home's 11th, Daniel Falkingham. Sean Williams 12th, Tyrell Baker leading 15 laps. Looked strong early, but got caught up in a late wreck, winds up 13th. Our pole sitter, Brett Poncari, finishes 14th. Elijah Gracia 15th. Taylor Fry 16th, the last driver on the lead lap. Alec Daffin 17th, a lap down. Will Klein 9 laps down in 18th. Our points leader, Charles Grant Jr., able to salvage a 19th place finish after all his issues. And rounding out the top 20, Anthony Emery.
Dylan Alt, 21st. Keaton Jones, 22nd. Josh Patterson, will finish 23rd. Roger Caruth wrecked out early there with a bumper hook, finishes 24th. And Jason Jacoby blowing up his motor early in the race. Wow, really early in the race. And he finishes in last place. All right, well, folks, thanks for tuning in tonight. Congratulations again to John Barry for LORA and MaxSpeedTV. Thanks for watching, and until next time, stay safe and have a good night.
MaxSpeedTV would like to thank our partners here at MaxSpeedTV, starting with the Colby Eye Paints. If you're in the market for a new paint job for your car, check out Colby's Eye Paints on Facebook. Need a replica paint of your real-life car? Colby's Eye Paints has you covered. Check out Colby Eye Paints on Facebook. Also by Hershey Design. Hershey Design Company is your one-stop graphics shop if you're in need of an iRacing paint, league, team, or business logo, or want the logo on some sweet swag. Hit up Orion at the Hershey Design Company. You can find them on Facebook by searching HERSHY Design Company. Also by the Sim Speed Shop. MaxSpeedTV.com. You can check them out for all your iRacing sim needs. Ohio IndyCar League jumping on board this season with as an official sponsor of MaxSpeedTV. They are also accepting not just patrons from Ohio, but from all over. Also, iBog for all your iRacing broadcast overlay graphics done specifically by Jason Allison, one of the masters at it. So thank you to Jason. And also, last but not least, Wise Guys. You can check them out at Reverb Nation. That is spelt with a Z. So check them out on Reverb Nation. We would like to thank all of the sponsors at MaxSpeedTV and partners.